All right. And then Zenlin comes in with the first. Of course, she's been making certain to be here on time, every day, lighting that button up like it's her own personal theme song here in the channel. It's fine. It's fantastic. We love for it. We live for it. And that's exactly what we're here. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. I hope you all are ready for some amazing and fantastically fun and an exciting evening. I am excited, ecstatic. I have been on the edge of my seat all week long waiting for this. But before we get started, we still have to get our little party going on for Miss Zenlin, who came in, hit that button before anybody else. She is today's index. She will be leading the charge, showing us how to get it done. Are you guys ready for some fun? Oh, yeah. Here we go. I think I have a little fun. It's all right. It's good. Get down. Get funky. Ow. There you go. Isn't that fantastic? And oh, yep, I didn't catch that fast enough. It's fine. It's fine. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. I hope you all are ready for some fun and fantastic times. I know I am. Yeah. I forgot to hit the button fast enough. So we'll get that's fine. That's fine. We'll get a couple of these real quick. It'll scoot out the way. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. I hope everybody's ready for this. This is Talk Tuesday. We do this every week, on time, every time, and we have such a jolly good time. It is such a fantastic time. And tonight's Talk Tuesday guest is absolutely is just as important as every other Talk Tuesday. I am just as excited as I have been for every other Talk Tuesday, if not a little more so. We get to make friends and meet a fantastic new streamer. Tonight's special guest, ladies and gentlemen, is a lovely little thing who delights in mystery and mayhem. From a smattering of the red at the top of the hour inspires dread to helping a hero save Hyrule instead. She does fear and intrigue while looking absolutely fantastic and glamorous and chic. Occasionally the ghost might get a little shriek. From brushstrokes to pen strokes, she can turn paper into art. We're talking about this heroine who recently championed her charity to much success. From the top of the tower, she's on her game. Let's welcome this lovely lady. We all know her by name. Introducing tonight's very special guest, Miss Nom Zom Babe, otherwise known as Neen. Welcome in, Neen. Welcome in.
Hi. Oh my gosh. What an intro. Like I
I do my homework. I make certain I do a little bit of research on my guests before when they come in, so we can talk.
Somebody clip that. I want that as a channel when I come in now. Damn.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that one. There you go. Hi, Miss Keisha. Welcome
Hello.
in. Oh, so fantastic. So, before we get started on our Talk Tuesday, as we discussed earlier, so some rules of the road, right? So questions are going to come in. They're going to come in hot and fast and furious, but don't you worry about that. I'll keep up with those. If we ask you a question that you don't want to answer, you feel like it doesn't deserve an answer, or it's too personal for whatever reason, and it slipped past my filters, like, no, we're not answering that. You are welcome to say no. And
Okay.
disregard the question, and we will skip it and move on. Like, there won't even be a second question. There won't even be like, why not? There's not even, nope. You say no, we're moving on.
Cool. All right. Safe word is Bermuda.
I figured it was midnight. That's when all the clock towers strike.
You know what? That's true. That's true. That's true.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, so they're going to ask you lots of questions. I'm going to ask you questions. We're going to go down many rabbit holes through the course of this evening. Time is going to fly by before you even realize it. Most everybody goes, wait, it's been 3 hours already? And turducken. I like that one.
Turducken.
Time is going to fly by, but unfortunately, we do try to keep these right at or around 3 hours. Sometimes we go a little over, but most of the times we're pretty good on time. And at the very end, we'll raid out and we'll take this fabulous group of new friends and we'll go meet up with somebody else that you suggest, and then we're gonna go and go, nah, 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 nah. You missed learning all about the fabulous Neen. Haha, sucks to be you.
Sounds like a plan.
So that's what we do. So if you're ready, I know Chad is itching to get ready.
Okay.
Welcome, Neen, to Talk Tuesday.
Hi, friends.
We're live on the screen. Why did that? That's all right. Sit there and look absolutely amazing while I try to figure out what happened with the game. There it goes. There it goes. There, fixed. Exclamation puzzle in chat. We'll get you guys a link to the puzzle. You are welcome to come join myself and Neen here as we try to figure out our way around this most perplexing puzzle. If at any point in time you want to know what the puzzle is, there is a preview button up at the top, so it'll show you the picture. I try not to hit that until the very end, so we can see if anybody can figure it out as we go along this.
Oh, I already looked. I was like, what is this even supposed to be? There's so many pieces.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but I won't let it slip. I won't slip up what it is.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Usually we just kind of start on the edge and work our way around. It's like, that's what I do. As far as I'm concerned, if we can get all the edge pieces done before the end of the show, I count that as a win. Like that's okay, my cool. Like low bar setting, because we occasionally get it done, but honestly, when these puzzles get done during the course of a Talk Tuesday is because there's like 3 or 4 people who hop in. There's a couple of them that are in the community that are just absolute puzzle maniacs. And so they hop in and they'll just destroy the puzzle. It doesn't matter what I put up here. They show up and like 20 minutes later, the thing's done. You're like, wait, how did that happen? I don't know what happened. It wasn't done, then it's done.
I'm like, there's got to be a corner piece. I'm going to start at a corner.
I just look for the ends for anyone with the solid end, and I just pick them up and move them into the puzzle at that point.
Oh, okay, so, okay, I see what you're saying. I can do that.
Right. So that makes it easy, right? So you just kind of look through there and you feel like, okay, that's a bottom edge, that's a top, or sometimes you'll find the corner and be like, oh, that's a top and a side edge. Well, that's got to be a corner. That goes right there. Aha.
Okay.
So those are the easy ones to identify. And then you just kind of slap them in wherever you think they might go. And then they'll eventually, once we got them all over here, we'll work our way out. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So on Talk Tuesday, we have a couple of traditions that we do, right? So the first 2 questions are mine. And I promise, are nothing that penetrating. No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Not that deep of a dive.
No, they're very like top of the surface. This is more to get the conversation rolling as we start talking about things, because we are here to learn more about you, right? For sure. You've got a following, and we're introducing you to new followers, and this is all about, hey, who is Omnom? We already know she's a fantastic thing, but what really makes Omnom? We're curious. And so I know you go by Neen, and you're also your Twitch name and your LinkedIn and TikTok and your Instagram, and I say LinkedIn, excuse me, your TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch all say Omnom Zombabe. So yes. Where does Neen come from, and how does it relate to Omnom, and where did Omnom come from?
Yeah, this is a great question. So Neen is
Oh, wait, you did the thing. Oh. You did the thing.
What'd I do?
So we have we have a thing around here. Every time somebody goes, "Ooh, that's a great question," tag. And we have a little counter down there at the bottom. like it's turned into a game around here. Like, "Ooh, ask the question," and someone goes, "Oh, that's a great question." Tag.
I am nervous, but I was like, what did I do? Oh no, because I had just moved my Discord over here. Yeah, so Neen is kind of short for my name.
Okay,
which
so
is
that's your. Okay, so that's a nickname.
Yeah, it's just a little nickname that I've had, and like I work with some coworkers and they call me Nene, because my name
Mm-hmm.
tag says Janine, and they call me Nene, and that means like baby. It's like a pet name in Spanish. So I
See.
answer by both, and people will call me say, "Is it Nene or is it Neen?" And I'm like, "It's both, but I prefer Neen like bean." And then Om Nom Zombie. So you guys remember when like zombies were a thing and they were like really big and popular, and you could
Wait. They
like,
stopped being a thing.
yeah, they're not as like hot as they were. They went like mainstream for a few years, right?
Yeah.
And
I
I've always liked zombies because I'm kind of a weird kid. It's the autism, it helps. And yeah, it's my thing. Being weird's my thing. And I was looking for a scream name, and I like to eat.
mm-hmm.
Nom. And I was
Nom
like,
nom nom nom.
oh, I was like, nom zombie. So, but that name was taken. Nom
Ah.
zombie. And I was like, you know what? I'm a babe. Nom babe. So, and then it's just, that's been my nickname on everything since then. But like my friends call me Neen. Um, like when I go out and play board games, my name tag says Neen. It doesn't say nom babe. So it's like the two personalities from real life and the internet are kind of like merging into one. I've even been called Zombneen before, so
Zomnine, huh?
Zombneen, yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, that's
Well,
why.
so, but so I go by Nori. I actually go by Nori in real life. Like almost everybody who knows me outside of stream, like we sit in Discord chats, and it's Nori. You hear Nori all the time. My coworkers I work with, actually, my latest contract, not so much, but like every other job for last, I don't know, 8 or 9 years now, have everybody's called me Nori. So
Yeah.
I get the real life smushing up against
Yeah.
the
But yeah.
internet shtick. But yeah.
Oh, you guys are great at puzzles. Look at that thing come together.
Yeah, there's Zen. Oh, and yeah, there's a quiche in here that'll definitely knock out a bunch of pieces.
I appreciate your presence in chat today, everybody. That's helpful.
Well, we have a Mr. Wags just floating out there. I saw him say hi. He's
Hi.
a veteran at the Talk Tuesdays. He's been here on the show as well. We've had a number of really interesting personalities, and I am delighted to add you into that list. This is going to
I
be
was so
fantastic.
excited to be a part of it.
It's
I
one
was
of
like,
those.
heck
What
yeah.
Squirrel? I think suggested you. Now, did you stumble upon Squirrel, or did Squirrel stumble upon you?
She found me. We were playing, I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So I have like
Ah,
gamer ADHD where I have to like constantly be doing like a different game.
right.
And I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and she's also playing it. I think she was getting ready for Forbidden West.
Yep,
Um, when
that
that was
sounds
coming
about
out
right.
for PC. And she had found me, and we clicked. Like she plays games I like. I like Valheim. She plays Enshrouded. Like, freaking love her. Like, yeah, like instant friends. Like, did we just become best friends? I think so, basically.
I think Squirrel just makes best friends with everybody. That it's her personality. It's such a warming, inviting, and friendly sort of personality. She just makes friends with everybody.
Oh yeah,
Um,
she's great.
that's just fantastic. She's put up with me now for nearly 2 years. We strolled into her stream on the tail end of a Mr. Waggleton raid. Um,
Mhm.
Back then, I think she was under 100 followers back then. Like she was just getting started good, and we came storming in and then never left.
She's so great. Like, how could
She
you
is
leave?
fantastic,
I
right?
freaking love anytime I can catch her. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna watch and listen.
Right?
Yeah, I usually
Oh
learn.
yeah, her Sundays with Zoda has been so much fun to listen to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those have been good times. Anyways, so your other next big question then, before we get started with everybody else's stuff, I haven't even bothered to look to see if they've got them all lined up yet or not.
I've seen a few.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a few
yeah.
of the
There
teams.
are a number of them in there. Why streaming? Like, what was the impetus that kicked off your start into streaming?
Okay, are you guys ready for this? That's a great question. Um,
It's like Yes.
I just want to see the confetti, okay? I'm a simple human. um
There you go. We'll give you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I've had friends that were streamers and they're like, "You should do it. You would love it. Like just do it."
Hmm.
And I was like, "I don't know, guys. I'm old. Like for one, I'm old. You guys are going to find out someone asked a question about it." And I was like, "No one's going to want to watch my content. Like it's going to be weird." And then I was kind of like, I needed something to do because I had surgery. I'm out on disability,
Hmm.
like disability leave, and I was like, I need something to do. And I was like, okay. My friend's like, hey, we're gonna Blood on the Clock Tower game that I love. This is actually what got me into it. Uh, he was like, they were like, hey, I'm gonna do a charity event, and I'm gonna get Ben Burns, who is a creator of the game, to play in my game. And they were like, do you want in? And I was like, yes. They're like, I'm streaming it. I'm like, that's fine. I play on people's streams, not a big deal. And they were like, I'm
Right.
only going to give priority seating to people that are streaming and raising money for the fundraiser. And I was like, and they were like, I'll help you set up. So I kind of I kind of got baited into it and I was like, okay. All right. And then like we needed somebody to stream our server's Blood on the Clock Tower script competitions where when you play the game it's on a script and there's
Hmm.
characters on it, and we all built scripts, and then they're like, we need someone to stream it, can you do it? And I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm still recovering from surgery, like sure. And then like they weren't streaming. I was like, well, now I want to play games. So then I started playing games, and it just snowballed into I was affiliate within like a few weeks, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it because I've made friends now and I like these people. So I'm gonna keep
That's
doing this because I
fantastic.
like them. And it's just been freaking so fun and great. And I've met the most wonderful communities, and like I have communities that are like sweet, innocent little beans, so precious. And then I have communities that are just straight up degenerates. And they all come in my channel and they all like mix so beautifully, and I'm like,
Oh,
I have
that's
created
fantastic,
such a
right?
safe space for anybody, and I love that
It,
that's what I've
it's
been able to
it's it's a
create.
fantastic thing, right? And it's amazing when it
It's
happens, when it
beautiful.
works out like that, right?
Yeah,
It's,
it
it's
absolutely is. Lets the little
it's-
soft beans be a little bit more edgy, and it lets the degens kind of like, hey, simmer down, pull it back a little bit, okay? Like we're gonna be softer here, okay? We don't have to be the hardest one out there. I love you all. I need you to know that. Every single one of you, I would give forehead kisses to. See, I told you, great question.
Yeah, yeah. So,
It
you know,
snowballed into this.
already. Hi, Vox and Bull. Welcome in. Uh, but it's always fun. I find it interesting to see. So I like anthropology. I'm not a big anthropology person. Like I don't study it. I am a software developer by trade. That's what I do. I enjoy my work, but I find it interesting to see the spider web of connections and how people interacting with other people, and how the lines kind of wiggle their way around through a big society or a big large group of
Mhm.
individuals. So Twitch, social networking in general, has just been this wonderful little experiment where you can see the merger of different communities that would not normally have any interaction whatsoever because of the distance that separates them. But because of
Mhm.
the internet, it has allowed us to connect with people that we would not normally have the opportunity to meet or talk with. And so I find it's really sort of like this fascinating social experiment to watch watch the community overlap, and see how people go from point A to point B. uh yeah Wags and Keisha are a fantastic example, right? So they're friends of mine I've known for 2 years now. They're Swedish.
Oh,
I
love
live
that.
on the east coast of the U.S. I would have had zero opportunity to ever meet that lovely couple.
Right?
Had it not
Yeah.
been for the internet and Twitch and this connected community we have here, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like
Decent amount of overlap.
this past April, I went to a convention in Washington D.C. Well, it was in Virginia, but right next to D.C.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing Clock Tower online for coming up on 2 years. I think it's been available online, and I finally got to hug pieces of my heart that have like lived across the continent and like from Europe and stuff. And it was just the
Right.
most amazing experience to finally like meet the people that you've been
Right.
speaking to for years.
Get
Like,
face to face with them and yeah.
yeah, it was amazing.
It really is Vox and Bull. It really, really is. Just a big, huge circle.
Valheim is. I haven't gotten much into the community. Like I play Valheim, but I haven't gotten much into like the community discords and stuff on that because I'm in so many discords. I can't even keep up with my own.
Oh, I don't even want to start on the Discord channels that I have. Every time I turn around, like, you need to join this Discord. Okay. Right.
Like, can we all just have one Discord?
Yeah, but who would manage it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get out of hand really
fast. Squirrel, 10 out of 10 can recommend. A hug from Fox and Bull is definitely a thing not to miss. I had the opportunity to meet that lovely streaming couple last year in November. We were down in Nowlands visiting for my daughter's wedding. And so while we were there, we got to talk with them. We went out and had a meal and drinks with them. And then I also got to have dinner with another streamer from New Orleans named Sniff, who's also a guest star on this couple of Tuesdays ago. So,
cool.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I saw
always
some of their Twitter posts for Talk Tuesday.
Yeah. Yep. It's always fun and fascinating to meet people in real life because you're like, okay, how do they act out? Not when they're not on the camera. And what I find is really nice is a lot of the people that I have met thus far. I'm going to say thus far because I have not met everybody in real life, but most of the people that I have met in real life thus far from this Twitch community, from the Valheim, from all of these disparate communities, every one of them are exactly the same in person as they are on camera, right? And so I find that is absolutely just phenomenal. To me, I like that. That gives me a sense of realism. Gives me that sense of, these are just salt of the earth. They're exactly what you see. We're coming for you, Squirrel. We're coming for you. Don't you worry.
Amazing. I love that for you guys right there.
It's good fun times, right?
I like it when I meet people and they are what they seem. They're not like putting on a persona, and
That's
they're
right.
not faking who they are.
I think
they're genuine.
Right. So I've seen a lot of these like VTubers that you see on Twitch, right? So they pop in. I've talked to a few of them. My concern is some of those VTubers, you're like, there's no way you're like that in real life, and a lot of them aren't. For them, it's a character, it's a persona that they put on when they turn on the camera. And so I feel like a lot of that would kind of just would taint my opinion of them if I ever met them in real life. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like, okay, I already have a feeling you're fake. You've already admitted to as much as being fake. Not that I have anything wrong. If you're acting, go for it. Knock your socks off. Help yourself. Right? And if you're willing to admit the fact that, yes, this is an act, okay, I can actually live with that a little bit better. It makes it easier. It's an imaginary character. I can move on with life. But there are some that play that character and they're like, no, this is exactly how I am in real life. And you're like, I don't think so. We'll be listening on and off. Well, Squirrel, we promise we will talk about you incessantly while you're gone.
We'll only say the best things.
This is
That way
me
you
we're
can't
talking about.
defend
She knows
yourself.
better than that. Let's get started. Miss Keisha would like to know how old you are.
Okay.
I don't know about you, Keisha, but she looks like she's a lovely 25-year-old.
I am 40.
Well, you're my age then.
Yeah, I'm 40. Yeah, I'll be 41 in December. Yeah. Sorry if that crushed some dreams.
I doubt it. I doubt it at all. I think more than anything, I think you've just gone up. Yeah, just right, 40 and fabulous.
Oh, thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, Fox and Bull. My hair guy mixes it himself. Like he does his own color concoction.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm the same age as the internet. The internet was invented in 1983, and so was I.
80. Yep. I'm like, is that right? I have to think about that for a second. I'm actually a little bit older than you. I was around and awake when the internet came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm an 83 baby.
Yeah, I'm a 70s baby, but just barely a 70s.
If you do, Lonnie, that's right. We're the same age. I forgot that. A 90s baby will enjoy. You'll be up here soon. It's not that bad. Turning 40 is not that bad.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, 40 is the new 30s. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
I I love getting older. I don't know why, and I didn't think that I was going. I just avoid the sun, guys. I avoid the sun. But yeah. So, wait, what was I saying? Yeah, no. As the older I get, the more
right?
I just don't care. I'm like, I'm 40. This is like, what am I so afraid of? There's nothing. Because this is gonna get grim for a hot minute, but we're all gonna die. And I just say, while right now, if you can take any wisdom from this, is just do what you want as long as you're happy. Don't care what anyone's gonna say, because they're gonna talk about you regardless. Just live a happy life. That's it.
Well, and
it took me too long to realize that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things that you learn growing up. I think the older you get, the more you realize that time is short. And rather than spend all your time, watching the clock and counting the seconds of your life, it's far better just to get out there and live it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have 3 kids. Love them to death. They're out of the house, and I am ready to party. We're planning a trip out to Europe sometime in the next couple of years. We're gonna go see a number of. The only reason why I'm going to Europe is just so I can go and hang out in real life with a bunch of European streamers that I know.
I love that. Yeah, I did the thing where I waited to have kids, so I have a 3-year-old.
Ooh.
Yep. Mistakes were made. It's fine. He's great though. I love him.
Oh,
absolutely adore this human, but I have a 3-year-old.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All my friends are like, we're going to Cabo. Who's watching your kids? They're 16. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Peace out. Have fun. I guess call me if your kids are in trouble or need someone to swing by the house, Like, enjoy your life. Fine.
It's fine. That 3-year-old is going to be 14 before you know it, and telling you how you're wrong about everything, and then you're going to turn around, they're going to be 18, they're running out of the house, and enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. I would go back and do it again if I could. Some of the best times, I think, is when they're small at 3.
Yeah. Oh God, he's so funny now. Freaking funny. He's obsessed with Star Wars, y'all, and
Oh,
Legos.
that's fantastic.
So we're never gonna have money to go to Cabo. Obviously we won't, because
Hey,
Legos and
Akam,
Star
welcome
Wars.
in. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Miss Swift Squirrel would like to know, what is the first game you remember playing?
The first game I remember playing was Centipede. My older brother had, I think it was an
Wow.
Atari. I don't
Yep.
know. We had like an
Would have
old
been
game system and it had like a joystick and there was a roll ball. I remember that.
that's an Atari.
Okay. Uh, and I remember sitting in our basement on the floor looking at the TV and no, was it on the system? I don't remember. I just remember being on the floor and playing Centipede and maybe Metroid. Metroid may have been first. The one with the were you the shoe?
So Metroid would have been Nintendo.
Okay, no, not that one. What's the one? Meteoroid? No. Where you're like going back and forth and you're dodging things and they're
That's
shooting at
Defender.
you. Defender. Okay, then that's it. It was on the same system. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. I was little. The memory's very hazy.
Got Legos. Wow.
It's a threat. It's a threat. In our house, it's a threat.
That's a
They're
violent threat.
Duplos right now, so they're big. We can see them, but
oh, you just wait. Just wait.
yeah.
They're gonna cross over
in the D4.
Oh,
Yeah.
not pleasant, but not the same level of curse spewing that happens when you step on a Lego.
Yeah.
Oh my word! Yes. Oof. Yeah. No. My days of stepping on Legos are well behind me, and they can stay back there as far as I'm concerned.
What? Come on! You don't want to babysit? Come on! I want to go to Cabo.
You know what? I tell everybody, I'm like, it. So there was a sign growing up. One of my neighbors had it. Was a fantastic sign. And it said, every child left here will be given a free cup of coffee and 10 pounds of sugar on the house. And I'm like, I need that for my office space. You know, you bring your kid by, sure, no problem. Drop them off right here. I will have them so wound up, you'll regret.
You'll never make me do it again.
You're not bringing them back here.
Yeah.
But it's. I am looking at the fact that I will probably be grandfather, but not for any time real soon. But yeah, eventually I will be turned into a grandfather. And am I looking forward to it? Sort of. Do I want him to hurry up and rush it? Not, absolutely not. It'll happen when it happens, and when it does, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
My plans is to be that cool grandpa. Like the grandkids, like, I want to go see, Grandpa Nori. Let's go. When are we going? We got to go now.
Oh, that's how my son is with his papa.
Yeah.
He's got to go Papa's house. I got to go Papa's house. I don't have time for you guys. I have to go there.
But that's what I want is if you ask me, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be that cool grandparent that the kid wants to run over to go see, spoiled rotten, send them back home to mom and dad after I'm done with them. Like, here you go, your problem now. Joke's on you, already hit cool grandpa. I can't be cool grandpa. I don't have any grandkids. and Fox and Bull, you're still too old to be classified as my grandkids. Sorry. There's gray in the beard, I promise, but there's not that much gray. All right. Let's see. Reinvent Fandom says the Babara Wawa. Babara Wawa. Excuse me. The Babara Wawa question: if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be and why?
Okay. I would be This is a good one. This is a good one. Let me see. What kind of tree would I be? I think
Nobody else is
I
going to
would
do it. I'll
want.
hit the button for it. That's fine.
I think I would be. I've always loved weeping willows, and I think I would be a weeping willow. And the reason why is because when I grew up in Scottsdale, there's a little park called Chaparral Park, and they had these big old weeping willows that would line around like the north side of the
Hmm.
lake there. And I just thought they were so beautiful, and I loved to sit underneath them, and like I just thought they were beautiful tree. So I think I'd be a weeping willow. Yeah.
Lots of hair to deal with.
I mean, I like already got lots of hair.
Mine's kind of going away. I've sported the long hair look since I was 18. But I've definitely lost a lot of hair in the intervening years. I don't care.
It
I still have twice as much hair as anybody else in my family, so I don't care. We go to family reunions. I make sure to take a brush and just brush out my hair in front of my bald brothers.
Love that.
I shouldn't be like that, but I'm like, nah, it sucks to be you. Mm-hmm.
I would do the same, if I'm being completely honest. I would absolutely do the same.
It's a good time, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, look at that. That puzzle's like being crushed right now. Sometimes I'm like, do I not put enough pieces in this or what? But Cat Ties Tootin would like to know. I do this every time I read her name. I really should stop doing that when she's asking a question on Talk Tuesday. Cattiest Odin, which is I think how you're supposed to say her name. We have been teasing her about her name for years now. I say years. Yeah, about a year and a half since she joined the community. Zoda started that one up, and I blame him for getting it stuck in my head. Anyways, Cattiest Odin would like to know who in the streaming community has inspired you when it comes to streaming.
Oh man, I want to say I take so much from my friends. I wouldn't say I like one person in particular, but like I've definitely stolen ideas from friends. And I'm gonna let you guys all in on a little secret here, okay? Because you guys are here, you get to know. I met a streamer. Their name is Durka Johns, and they have a command where you do exclamation point OnlyFans, and it pops up with a link, right? And they were like, no, don't click on that, being totally cheeky about it. I'm like, this is going to go someplace fun. So I click on it and it takes you to a Rickroll. I thought that was so brilliant. So I stole it and put it in my Linktree, my Link's account. I thought that was brilliant. They also have a vanish right? It's amazing.
What?
Right?
You can get away with that, right? Like you can totally get away with that. You'd be like, hey, look, OnlyFans. Like, oh, clean. I would love to see the view spike that comes from whoever's got that page hosted. Be like, I'm just stuck in here. View spike just. I'm sorry. That's bad, but
great.
That's amazing. I love it. That is fantastic.
So I've taken things from them, and other friends have like auto shout outs when certain members of the community come in, and I'm like, that's a great idea. We've implemented that. I think Jojo Shiwa was the one that I stole that from. No, it was Astra. Astra's who had that. So I just like little things from the communities that I enjoy being in, things that they do. I'm like, you know what? I had a lot of fun with this, so I'm going to implement it on mine. So there's not really one streamer that I can attribute like my biggest inspo to. because they all inspire me. Like all of you guys inspire me to do great things, and like I'm gonna try that because you guys do great things and I want to be like you guys. It's so cheesy, I know, but it's true.
No,
I'm
not one bit.
sorry. I'm a sap, guys. I come off as this like hardcore goth lady, and I'm just like, love all of you. But yeah, that's the truth. Is
That's
it's everyone.
fantastic. You know that there's nothing wrong with that, though. I honestly, I think it's a great call out in the fact that you've got enough people that you interact with on a regular basis that you can get ideas. And let's face fact, I think we're at a point now where original ideas are kind of unusual and hard to find because
Mm-hmm.
there's literally billions of us out here, right? And so almost every permutation of a particular idea has probably been done to death. And if it hasn't been done now, it's been done in the past. And so it's fine, right? These are the sort of things that happen. I don't see anything wrong with that. Was a great idea. I want to do it. I enjoyed that. Mostly because I
Yeah.
think as the streamer, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, right,
Yeah, exactly.
it comes
What's
across.
the point? Yeah, that
Exactly.
too, right? Like, you can
Yes.
tell when a streamer's just not feeling it. And you're
Yep.
like, don't torture yourself, babe. Like, if you don't feel it, just don't do it. Well, like, we're gonna be fine. Like,
Yeah. Stop. I would rather watch a streamer who's dying 1,000 times on a game that they're struggling with and laughing the entire time and having a good time at it than to
Mhm.
watch that person that is like acing the game all the way through, not having any challenges, doing amazing things and whatnot, but they're just grumpy as shit about it. They're like, "Grr, grr." Like, I don't want to watch him.
yeah, because
That's
it's supposed
just
to be fun,
torture.
right? They're
Right.
games. Their games are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy them. Wait,
Exactly.
what am I doing, Ben? Ben, games are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it. If you're not having fun, don't do it. Now I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Call him out. Call
He
him
like
out.
tortured himself with Visage, and I'm like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
But that's the thing, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We're always there to support our friends and everything, but I don't know anybody that likes to watch their friends like suffer like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
you
there's a
haven't met my
difference.
community.
Well, okay, there is a difference between suffering, that enjoyable suffering, and then
Yeah.
suffering because and just being like irritated and torqued off and in a foul mood about it. Like you don't make
That's
all
fair, yeah.
the jokes that you do. You don't do, like, there's a lot of things you don't do when you're just like just grumbling about the thing.
And I did
So
have a good time with Visage. I did.
So yeah, it's one of those. I think if you're having a good time at it and you're suffering, well, suck it up, Buttercup. Let's go.
Exactly. It's for charity. Get going.
But if it really is a painful experience, then stop.
Yeah.
Uh,
100%. I agree with that. If you're
like
not having
that's
fun, don't do it.
that's my 2 cents on that. Now, has there been a game that you played that you like? Yeah, no, and either stuck it all the way out, regretted it, or finished the game and then regretted playing?
Not yet. No. Because if I'm playing a game and I don't like it once I've put in X amount of hours, like if it's a 40-hour game and I've put in over 10% and I'm still not enjoying it, I'm just gonna stop playing. Type of thing.
Good.
So I'm just like, because again, I think it's supposed to be fun and I'm gonna do what's fun. And if I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna do it. My mom, people are like, Mama didn't raise no quitter. My mom did. If I'm not having a good time, I'm going home. Okay.
I love that. Mama didn't raise a quit. My mom did.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
No. It's hot. I'm sweaty. I want to go home. I'm not having a good time. Bye.
It's
So
fantastic.
yeah. Yeah, I just listen to my body.
I'm stealing that one.
Feel free. Feel free.
This is fantastic. Mama raised a quitter. I'm out.
Yeah, Mama raised the quitter. Bye.
Uh,
Peace.
Starry Dell, welcome in. Welcome in to Talk Tuesday. Our special guest tonight, for those of you that are just coming in or a little late, let's remind you just a few moments of this fantastic and lovely creature that is on the screen in front of you. This is the one and only the fabulous Om Nom Zombabe, also known as Neen. We have been having an enjoyable time thus far. Don't forget, down there, even if you're just brand new coming in, for one channel point, you can ask her any question your heart desires. Learn all about Neen and make yourself a fabulous new friend, content creator, and just an all-around fabulous clock tower veteran. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You don't think I
need
watch
Nori
those?
to hype me up every day. Every day I need Nori to hype me up, okay? In the morning I need a message. I feel like $1,000 right now, man. Like, hell yeah.
You know,
Gonna conquer the world.
Squirrel
today.
runs from these. She's like, no. Don't start, Nori. And she runs. Where you going,
No, I need
Squirrel?
the
Come back. It's fantastic. It's fine. It's fine. We're loving it. Let's see. Miss Cattiest Odin would like to know, what are your top 5 games?
Ooh, my top 5 games. Have a great day, Keisha. Okay. All right, top 5 games. Top 5 games. I'm gonna say
Take care, Keisha.
Odin Sphere. For sure is in that top 5.
Odin Sphere? I don't
is-
think I've heard of that game, so give me a rundown.
It is on PlayStation. I think it's called. I'm not really sure of game categories, guys. I play games that I like. I don't know if they're called
Well, I don't-
roguelite or anything like that. But I think it's a platformer because you go back and forth. It's in 2D.
Mhm.
Basically, you are a Valkyrie. I don't remember much of it, but I just remember it being so beautiful. I gotta play it. I'm gonna stream it, I think. I gotta stream that game. It's gorgeous. The artwork in it is just freaking stunning. You're a Valkyrie. You end up playing a different character later on. It reminded me a little bit of Dust and Elysian Tale.
Okay.
But just a little bit. Hi, Runner. Yes, you must stream it now. Okay, I will, Charles. The artwork is just, I cannot get over the artwork. Like I never played a game that pretty until I played Odin Sphere. Like I didn't know video games could look like that, basically. Because I grew up on Mortal Kombat with my cousins, Soul Calibur, GTA,
Mortal Kombat.
That exactly. SSX Tricky, Tony Hawk. Those are the games I played growing up.
I remember
Those
Tony
were
Hawk.
like, yeah, like that's what I played. So I was used to those like grungy dude games. And then somebody introduced me to Odin Sphere. They let me borrow it, and I was like, this is the most SSX Tricky. It is the most beautiful game that I had ever played at the time.
Is that on the
Odin Sphere is gonna PlayStation.
PlayStation 1, 2, 3?
I was able to play it on our shoot. I want to say it was PlayStation 2.
Okay, that would be why I don't recognize it, because I had a PS1. I skipped over PS2, 3. My brother picked up a PS4 that I played a little bit on, but for the most part, I haven't console games since the very early 2000s.
Oh wow! Okay. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's been a minute.
Been
yeah.
a hot minute.
If you guys, you can pick it up for like $14 sometimes. You know, the hard copy of it. I don't know if it's in the place. It should be in the PlayStation Store. So I'm gonna say that one, because like even Alice: The Madness Returns wasn't a pretty game. It was yucky. It was dingy. That's how it was supposed to be. So I would say Odin Sphere's up there. The Witcher, because the game is, the mechanics and it's wonky. Okay, I agree. $20.14. Lottie, I know it's fine. I went backwards. It's fine.
I'm like $14.
Like $14 to $20.
Did we like name a year value? Like it's $2014 money. That's what it's gonna cost you. Like, huh?
100%.
Wait. Okay, so we're in 2024. $2014 would be quick
What was the
inflation roll
inflation at
back.
that point?
Where's my calculator at? Hang on.
I love you, Lonnie. um, but yeah. Oh, um, yeah, like 14 or $20. So, oh yeah, The Witcher, the mechanics are wonky and it's garbage. And I love the story. I love it. I absolutely love it. I know people hate on it, and that's okay. It's all right. It doesn't have to be your thing, but it's mine. So The
Right.
Witcher. I love God of War. Uh oh man, do I like Ragnarok better though? Let me come back to that one. So we got Odin Sphere, we've got The Witcher.
Well, the question is just top 5 games. It doesn't say you have to put them in necessarily in order.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna put them more. I'm just thinking of which ones I liked. I absolutely love The Binding of Isaac.
Right.
It's so good. I play it to wind down at night. Stardew Valley, of course, is up there because it's just a chill game. Uh,
So you play a bullet hell game to wind down in the evening.
I do. Oh,
Today has been an
Helldivers is up there, guys. That's one of my tops.
absolutely lousy day. I have struggled all day. I need to wind down in the evening. Let me go and just.
100%. Because it gives me something to focus on. There's so much happening at this on the screen that
Right.
I can just focus on that and forget the shit day I had. Like I can forget
And
all about that bad day while I'm focused on dodging bullets and poop
that makes
piles.
that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a fun little game. Yeah, I would say that. Okay, so we got Odin Sphere. This is quite a spread. Odin Sphere, The Witcher,
It's fine. It's fine.
Stardew, Binding of Isaac, and now we're not Thor. God of War. I think it was 2, right? Because they're on 3 or 4. Is Ragnarok 4? The one right before Ragnarok. That one. Oh, I really like Ragnarok. No, yeah. I stand by what I say. The one before Ragnarok.
I'm spending my time just dealing with the fact that there's so many Assassin's Creed games. I remember the first one.
I haven't gotten to that franchise yet, but I did get Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be experiencing that game. Oh, but I also like Breath of the Wild. Damn. Okay, I'm just sneak
Breath of the Wild
somewhere.
was pretty good. I need to pick up Tears of the Kingdom and try that one out. I've been watching a lot of the gameplay footage for that, and it seems to be like people are doing some really wild things with that one.
Like, yeah, that one looks beautiful, and I'm like, I need to play it. But I have to.
But I've been a Zelda fan since they came out with the original Adventures of Zelda back in the old NES days.
I never got into it back in the day, so I feel like I missed out on a lot. I did like Link to the Past, the one that was on the DS, I think it was, or was that? I don't remember. There's a Link to the Past, and then a Link Between Worlds, the one where you slide between the rock and you're a little paper guy. That's the one I like. If you know what it is, chat, let me know. I cannot remember everything I've played.
I don't even ask me. I gave up trying to remember that stuff. It's too difficult.
Oh wait, Horizon Zero Dawn. I didn't even put that in my top 5. This is hard. I'm gonna regret that decision forever now. I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
She's gonna be back up, going back and forth over like, ooh, wait, there was this.
I know. We'll be like, wrap it up. Like, I take it back. This is my top 5.
wait, I figured it out. It's fine. Just
message in your chat randomly. Top 5 games. Here you go.
Yeah, right. And then like 10 minutes later, be like, no, top 5 games. Here we go.
You won't even be online. It'll just pop in the chat.
Just ding. Yeah. Yo, Bell Baker.
Working on your channel.
Twitter link is incorrect. Oh, you are absolutely right. Thank you for pointing that out. I thought I got all those cleared out. Apparently, I missed one. Whoops. That's all right. Here we go. Fixed. Drinkabell and Baker are from last week's.
Oh, nice.
Baker saves the day. You know, it would not be a stream if there wasn't a few little whoopsies in there. Like, have you ever had a stream just go off flawlessly where you've never had a problem with it?
No. Never. I think my chat clipped it. I was like, I set up on my stream deck, I set up in my streamer bot, and it was like, as soon as I clicked to the next on my stream deck to my just chatting screen, my mic was supposed to come up and unmute and like everything. And I'm like talking, I'm like, perfect stream, everybody. And like, I was muted.
Nothing.
And they're like, we can't hear you. And I was like, they clipped it because I was like, I was so cocky. I was like, perfect stream coming up. Yeah, no, have not. I mean, are you even a pro streamer if you have a perfect stream? No.
I'm starting to wonder. I think technical difficulties is just the way of the land.
Exactly.
If somebody comes to me and says, I have perfect streams all the time, I'm going to be like, yeah, you don't stream anything. Got it.
Right? You stream like maybe once in a blue moon and for like 10 minutes. Yeah, no, something's always not working right.
One perfect stream a year. Well, I will keep working on it then because I don't think I've had a perfect stream.
You're only on one perfect. Oh man. Okay. I'm coming up to a year, so I gotta get it in this week. This is gonna be the week.
Right. You got it.
It won't be.
That's the wrong way to look at that. It will be. You've got this covered.
Okay.
We believe in you. Huh?
I'll let y'all down. Remember, Mama raised the quitter.
I'm out.
Too much pressure. I'm done.
So how do you deal with pressure?
Oh, I actually thrive under pressure. I'm one of those ridiculous people that are like, when things are going crazy, I'm like, let's do it. And I thrive in pressure.
Noise.
Like I have a deadline to do something and I'm just like, okay, gotta knock it all out in the last 30 minutes.
5 minutes perfection. Of the, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 5 minutes. No, I'm not that good under pressure. Be a little more time.
Nah.
A little bit. But yeah, under pressure I do really good. I feel like I just kind of calm my brain and then it works. I'm like, why doesn't it work like this all the time?
If it did,
get done.
Oh, I would be terrified if it worked like that all the time.
I would be unstoppable. Be like, world hunger solved. Next.
I got the keys to the kingdom. Watch me work.
Yeah,
let's see. Fox and Bull would like to know, can you define old?
Can I define old? I feel like I'm old. So, and that's just because my friends are all in their 20s. Like all the streamer, like a lot of the streamer, not all, but a lot of the streamer friends that I've made that I really like click with are like 25. And I'm like 40. I could be potentially a parent to them. Potentially. Things were a little Alabama-y. But yeah. I'm trying to say that as delicately as I could. But yeah, so like to me that's
okay. You say that Alabama-y, and I'm like, how did she know the place of my birth?
Oh my god, for real? I am so sorry, but you can marry a 13-year-old there.
Which is why I started laughing. I'm like, how? Oh, this is going to be good. We're going to watch her. You're like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah.
But yeah. So like, that's what I define as old. Is like I could be some of
Uh,
these people's parents that I'm hanging out with, and I feel like that makes me older. That makes me old.
I look at it this way: age is a shoe size. Mine is a size 10, and I haven't grown up since.
I am 40, Shay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But on Twitch, I feel like for Twitch, I'm old. Because, like I said, most of my friends are in their mid to late 30s. And I'm just fresh on the scene at 40. So I feel old in comparison, and that's why.
Hey, while you're at it, don't forget to take and threaten them with your cane there, Fox and Bull.
I need the
You got to
skateboard.
get that.
Baker, I hope that happens for you. I hope you are skating at 90 the same you do right now. I hope that happens for you. I believe in you. I
Such a
will
good time.
obviously want an update.
Yes, come back, check in. We'll be here when we're all 90. We'll be old fogies on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Be
We'll
like,
be with you guys
man,
watching the retirement homes, right? That's what we're gonna do.
be like back
We're
in
we're
my
gonna be on
day, we actually
television.
had to use the keyboard to move our characters on screen. What is this? Just think your game.
You could type LUL capitalized and a little face would pop up. That does work, I found out just recently
Yep.
from a young person.
Lol.
From a 25-year-old. Yeah.
It's fine.
I know, right? Right? Yeah. You're so welcome. Happy I could teach you something.
Welcome to old age. We forgot what the. That's going to be the thing, right? We just need to all be old age and then just run around and just like Rafflecopter everybody. Like, ha 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 ha, Rafflecopter. And then the new kids be like, what the hell's a Rafflecopter? What?
They won't know a thing. We're gonna start the new trend on words, right?
You
I had
know,
to learn what Riz meant. And I play D&D and I was like, that just means charisma? Like, are you kidding me right now?
I get accused of rizzing people up all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what this is even supposed to mean. I'm like looking in the Urban Dictionary, like riz. I don't know. How are we spelling this? W-I-Z? That's not the right thing. That means something totally different than that. No.
Yeah, somebody said I had the Tism Riz and I didn't know what that meant, so I texted my friend. My best friend is 19. Like, we talk all the time. So this is why I, again, feel old. And I was like, hey, what does Tism Riz mean? And they were like, you don't know? I was like, I don't know. Can you help me out here? And they were like, you're such a boomer.
Like, okay, don't call me a boomer. Like, that's a
Yeah.
pet peeve.
And then I figured out what it meant. They told me eventually. But
Right.
yeah, so
That's
another
good.
reason. My friends tell me I'm old, so it helps. Yeah. They're great though. Back in my day, we played a survival horror game in green and black, and we liked it. It's called Oregon Trail, Lonnie. You died of dysentery. It's the only reason why I know what that is. Oregon Trail. See, video games can teach you stuff, folks.
Honestly, I think a lot of us learned about dysentery through Oregon Trail.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's too dark.
I feel like that's when we all learned how to do medical practices through our video games. Like, that's fine.
Right? Hi, Collector. How are you, friend?
Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in.
My channel bard is here. Collector is got away with words.
Oh, nice. Fellow bard. That is so nice. Usually I'm the one who gets called the bard around here.
That is true. Oh, Collector, you missed a heck of an intro earlier. Like, definitely going to give you a run for your money. Wait, does that go here? No.
I don't know. Does it go there?
I don't think it does. It didn't click in place, but looked like it could.
Looks look like it should. That one
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Aha.
Oh, maybe this one. No, for sure. Ben,
That's all right.
thank you for helping Ben.
Thank you for helping, Ben.
Yeah, Ben was blocking my spot.
Well, it's fun, right? So we do this. We exclamation puzzle. We'll get anybody a link to the puzzle so they can get in here. There's a gentleman, Zoda, who comes in, and what he does, and I get used to this zooming all the way out, because he'll take one piece and then just move it outside of the borders. Like, you have to scroll back to find it because he's stuck it all the way out in the corner somewhere,
Zoda.
and then goes about the business. And you're like, you get down to the last one, you're like, where's that last piece at? And everybody's looking around like, I don't see it. What? And I'm like, yeah, scroll out. Found it.
Oh, had no idea he was so mischievous.
It's fine. It's fabulous. It is fantastic. Welcome in, Collector. That'll give you enough points to get you started that you can fire off any question that you would like to ask Miss Neen here. We have been rolling through the questions and having.
Lonnie, I never made it very far in that game, so I don't even know what that is. I should probably replay it.
Wow, you didn't make it to the buffalo hunts?
No, I died all the time. I'm like, what am I doing? I would never survive.
Did you keep drinking all the bad water or something? Like,
Probably. We never. Man, it was rough.
It sounds that way.
Never. I should probably give it. Like,
no, I tell you, the game I remember playing a lot back then, right next to Oregon Trail. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I only got to play that a few times.
That I tell you what, I have never been back and forth to a library because of a game before, because that was back before the internet was an available thing to everybody. So you would go to the library, go check out the book, and happen to figure out all the clues. And so you would write down all the various different questions and clues that they gave you. And then you have to go and find it in the books in order to go back and answer it. Because we didn't know a lot about geography and historical places and whatnot. So they didn't teach it very well in school. So you literally had to go do your own research for it.
Yeah, now we're just like internet.
Now you're just like, hey, Google.
Yeah. One of the streamers I follow, they play
GeoGuessr?
Yeah. And I'm just like, and like, they're really good at it. And I'm like, how do you know all of this? Like, excuse me. Explain your knowledge of the world, please, sir. I am but a peasant. I would like to know your ways.
I think I know the Secret Garden game you're talking about.
Sounds familiar. Ooh, okay.
It does sound very familiar. Huh?
This is.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if anybody in chat knows that, Caddy. Oh, can I answer that or no? Do I? Yeah. Oh wait, no. I'll wait for you. If you're doing it, you have your thing. I need to just chill out.
You're relaxing, right? You're answering a question. We're having a joyful conversation. Yeah, you just sit back.
Like, I'm jumping.
Relax.
I'm just gonna do a puzzle.
Relax. Just mellow out. It's. Let's see. Because we just did the define old. Like we've got a little bit to go before we get to there.
We're good. Yeah.
You're good. You're good. You're just fine. So Fox and Bull do ask, what is your favorite genre / thing to stream?
Okay. I don't stream it often. But
cooking with Neen. Oh my God, yes. The recipes. No.
I haven't done that, but they have asked for it. Cooking. I haven't actually done a full stream of it, but I really enjoy just chatting. Hi, Muppet. I always start my stream now with chatting, and like sometimes it's 40 minutes and we're just yapping, and then we haven't even gotten to the game yet. But I absolutely love just chatting. I just don't do it because I worry if I'll have the content for it. Like, will I have enough to talk about, so I don't do it. But that is just chatting has been one of my favorite things to do with the community before my games. So I really enjoy that. That would be my favorite
Yeah,
category.
interesting. Yeah, I'm
And that's
not
why I
really
like my
much
art
of a.
streams because
Yeah,
I get
well,
to
and
chat
the art
during that.
streams are lovely. I've watched you do some work on that. You do a very
Thank
good
you.
job at that. Absolutely fantastic. We've had a number of very talented artists in here. I am glad to count you amongst that number. It's kind of
Thank
cool.
you.
um, but yeah, see, this particular show started out as a just chatting show, and then they introduced the podcast and television show stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is more podcasty, whatever. So we converted over to that. But for me, I was like, I can't figure out how to make just chatting interesting. So
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to talk and then we'll do a puzzle or I'll play a video game or something, because
Yeah.
I have to have something to do. Otherwise, I just kind of just sit here and be like, yeah, mm-hmm,
Get a little,
mm-hmm.
it keeps you focused on the task.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I feel that.
So anybody that can just sit around and talk for 3 hours straight, my hat's off to them.
Yeah. I have friends that do it and I'm just like, they make it look so effortless. They're so good at it. Uh, but I still, maybe one day I'll do one. Maybe.
Well, but I imagine that's got to be along the same lines as doing it's just playing a game, like being a really good Valheim player or something else. You know, if the more you do it, the better you get at it.
That's true. Yeah, that's a fair statement.
So
So
I would
expect more
imagine.
of it before my streams, y'all, okay? We be yapping. As Andy says, we be yapping.
Let's get the gums a flapping. Hi, Sierra. Thank you for the lurk. Uh, let's see. Up next, Fox and Bowles would like to know: have you ever beat the original Lion King game? And if so, how did you obtain your superpowers?
Oh, you mean the bane of my existence? Wow, okay. I don't think we ever beat it. We had it. And I cannot remember if we beat it. My brother and I played it together. And we would switch off when we died. And I don't, if someone can refresh me on how it ends, I may be able to tell you if I witnessed that. I'm a visual, so that's how I remember things, is like I have to re-see it. But like I remember doing the jumps with the monkeys and they throw you down and then the freaking we did beat it. We had to have. It ends with credit. Amazing. Baker, thank you. Oh man. Okay, it ends with credits. I mean, I have seen credits before. So, I remember the wildebeests where you had to like
He does
dodge
not lie.
them.
Drink. He does not lie.
There was the prickly bushes, the monkeys, the jumping over like the heads. I don't know how it ends, so I'm gonna say no, probably. I don't ever remember fighting Scar. If that's a thing that you had to do, I'm gonna say that did not happen. Fight with the
Ah.
hyenas. I feel like we did fight the hyenas. I can see Simba going, ugh, and dying from a hyena. So we made it that far at least. I don't know if we beat it. I can see it. And I can hear it, obviously. Um, yes. Was it on PS1?
I don't remember. I remember seeing the
I want
game
to say it was
color
on
cover for it and everything
Sega.
else, but I was like, I did the Aladdin and their in yeah, Disney's Aladdin on the old Sega Genesis, and I was like, that was good enough for me. I'm skipping out the rest of these.
I didn't ever beat that one, I know that much. It was fun though. I remember being in the cat head, the cave. I remember that was really fun with the lava and the dodging
Mm-hmm.
and timing. I remember that was enjoyable. That's it. That's all I remember. was a really rough time.
It was
Those
all
games were really hard.
so long ago.
Did anybody in chat ever beat Echo the Dolphin? Because
Uh-uh.
what was that about?
Nope.
You
Nope.
know, I'm just like, it was so hard. I was like, why? You had to like jump over
Eggs.
this like big mountain, and you don't recall finishing it. Yeah, I never finished that game.
I didn't finish it. I know I didn't finish that game.
You played it for sure though.
Oh yeah.
Pandemonium. I don't think I played Pandemonium. Remember I played Poltergeist? Oh, Zombies Ate My Neighbor? That game was so fun. My brother held me back so much in that game.
Paperboy on the old NES by far was one of my, that was the game I like to just sit in and just have a good time, because you never played that one to actually win. You played it to throw the newspaper at everything on the street. That was it. That was you. Mailbox, ha, take it out. Guy mowing his lawn,
I never played that.
Newspaper upside the head.
I feel like
What the newspaper was supposed to be? No, it is a lethal, violent weapon. Let's go.
Nope, I'm getting out aggression.
The worst paperboy in history. I legitimately just threw it paper at everything. It doesn't move. Yep. Twang. Here you go. I have a paper.
Challenge. What was that?
Oh yes. Good God.
There we go.
Welcome to the
old school
rabbit hole. We rabbit hole around here quite often. It's fine. That is like a
totally
normal thing for a Talk Tuesday. We live for it. Yeah. It's great. Let's see. Miss Drinkabell would like to know, what is your favorite flightless bird?
My favorite flightless bird? Oh, yep. Man. And
I can tell you there's only one right answer as far as she's concerned. So.
Oh no. Oh no. I was going to say, yeah, there's two that I know of. And I think that, I know one for sure. I'm going to just go with penguin as default, because that is what I know for sure is a flightless bird. And they're like fluffy little guys with their little web feet and their little babies. Yeah. Probably a penguin.
All right, I guess she scored points with you there, Belle.
Correct, you heard about it. Yes. Yes. Any more questions for fault? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, the dodo is a flightless bird. Is the kiwi flightless? No, penguins are so cute. No, I stand by what I said. I won't be back in chat to change that answer. I promise.
Baker, Baker, you might want to be careful about what you say there. I happen to know exactly how close you are to Belle. I feel like that deserves a danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Danger, Will
Robinson. Oh no. It's got the hockey mask. I think it's time to run. I don't think you're going to survive this. No one survives, Jason. No one.
There you go. Mr. Collector has dropped a little extra something special in there if you want to take that one up.
Can't help but sway to the rhythm of desire. See, such a bard. That totally could distract someone while the rogue goes and like rummages through their belongings, you know? That's a good bard there. Thank you, Collector. Oh yeah, look at that. Putting puzzle pieces where they go, Neen.
It's a very lovely way with words. All right, Collector, you can have it. I will let you be the bard around here. I'm out. I do commercials on the fly.
I love that, Collector. Amazing.
We have a redeemer around here people hit, and whatever it is that we're doing, I suddenly break into a commercial about whatever it is we're currently doing. That's kind of the way that works, and so those are done up on the spot. They're fun. Luckily enough, those aren't active on a Talk Tuesday. Let's see.
Probably wise. Probably wise.
Yeah. Hey, collector, we're all about asking questions here. You know, this is your chance to get in all that deep, dark lore about Om Nom Zombie that you can get your hands on. Things that you want to know that none of anybody else who isn't here for this, they don't get to know about. Like they had to come back and watch it, and then they miss out on asking any follow-up questions that may come along with that. Like, oh,
exactly.
They should have asked that next. Somebody should have asked the follow-up question. That is this too late? You weren't here.
And then they'll ask me, I'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because what happens here stays here, right?
Yeah. No, as long as they don't watch the VOD, sure.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. They missed out. They don't get a chance to VOD.
I'm sorry, you missed it.
Doesn't exist anywhere ever again. Nope. It's all gone.
Let's see.
They don't have to know. They won't figure it out.
Baker would like to know, if you could have a useless superpower, what would it be? Mine would be the power to be invisible, but only why no one could see me. But only so no one can see me. That's what he meant. So no one can see me.
Okay. And if I could have a superpower,
what would it be?
A useless superpower, what would it be? I think that okay, I got the best useless superpower. No, only while no one can see you. So like if they look at you, you're visible to them. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm thinking Mystery Men here now. So he's swiped Invisible Boy's superpower.
I think that I would like to be able to just like teleport wherever I want to go, but I couldn't do it into a locked room, right? Like if I wanted to go to no, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. That's what I want though. I want to be able to teleport.
No, that's fine.
Useless superpower.
Teleport wherever you want, but you can't teleport inside of a locked room.
Yeah.
I think that counts. That's
okay. There we go. So like I couldn't teleport into a bank and like rob it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd have to teleport just outside. Like if I was going to assassinate someone, I couldn't do it because I'd have to teleport outside their house and like knock on the door and be like, "Hi, I'm here to kill you, please, thank you." Like would not work. I would be the most useless. They're like, "We need you in DC to defuse this bomb." And I'd be like, "Okay, make sure all the doors are open." One door shut, I can't go. Can't. I'm just outside.
She's just standing out in the rain somewhere. Tommy, open the door. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Or like I can only teleport into a bathroom and like one foot has to be in the toilet every time I teleport. Like that's just the way it goes. Something like that. Gotta have a drawback. I would go
like power to move objects with your mind, but only at arm's length and nothing you can't already carry.
Better hope they flush. Yeah, I mean, and I can't carry a lot of weight. Like I think my kid's 40 pounds and that's pushing it. So I wouldn't be able to do much.
Worst hitman in history. Teleport right outside their front door and then knock.
Yeah.
Who is it? Teleporting murdering service. I'm sorry, you have to unlock the door before I can kill you.
I'm here to kill you. Yeah. They'd just be like, they'd open it up because they'd be so confused. It might actually work. It may work. Somebody get on developing that, please. Someone's currently on the toilet.
I don't want to be. Ooh. That just sounds painful.
Can you imagine if someone just magically appeared behind you with one foot in the toilet? Well, I would cry 100%. I think I would die. I hope you're happy with this answer because that's what I'm thinking right now. Assassination complete.
Hindsight.
Hindsight hitman. I only kill them when they're on the John.
Now, see, you missed it, Baker. You should have said hindsight hitman.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
A bit of a shit way to go. It's the last brown eye you see.
My eyes are brown, so it works on 2 levels. That was a great question.
I'm thinking, I want to be the shrinking guy, but I only shrink when wet. So going out in the rain, it's like, oh God, no.
Oh, uncontrolled shrinking. License. I know Ben in real life, so
bad.
Just throwing that out there. I don't know why I'm flexing like that, but I know Ben in real life.
All right, if you flex it, go for it. We're here for that. It's just fine.
I know him as well. I was not expecting to laugh so much. Like, my stomach hurts from laughing. This is fantastic.
I'm sorry.
It was good. It's a good thing.
This is what we do on Talk Tuesday. We make bad jokes. We talk about weird things, and then we just laugh hysterically for a lot of it.
It was perfect. I recommend.
I usually get laughter headaches, is what they call after one of these things, which is the only reason why we only do them once a week, because any more than that, I would probably kill over. Let's see. Next up, Ms. Cadius Odin would like to know if you read any books/comics, and what is your favorite book/comic to read?
Okay. I don't know if anyone has heard of it, and if you have heard of it, we need to be best friends. My favorite comic book growing up was Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Have seen it, have read
Tokyo. You have?
Yep.
Best friends. That was one of my favorite comic books, and I think that is the comic book that got me into comic books, because then that led to Squee, Lenore, Invader Zim. But I used to read Goosebumps and Fear Street. Fear Streets were legit. And I don't have a book that I remember that I enjoyed the most, though. I just remember reading them and they were really creepy. And Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I recommend, if you have children, get them Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, because they're super fun. And I have my old set that I plan to pass down to my kid when he's old enough to read it. If he's respectful of books. If he's not getting his hands on them. Take those to the grave. But yeah, so I think that favorite comic was Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. And then my favorite book, I'm just going to have to say, are Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I'm going to go back to favorite warm childhood fuzzy memories there.
Yeah, I think I was always I like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. It wasn't bad. But I think I grew up on the older comic book series. So the original Amazing Spider-Mans and Punishers and so those were the ones that I remember from my childhood. Miss Bell, have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for dropping in. Fantastic as always. Lovely to have you bop in here.
Thanks for the questions, Bell. I hope you sleep well.
Silver Age, right? Right? Exactly.
Oh, Princess Bride, though. No, Princess Bride is my favorite book. Can't make a decision. Guys, I like a lot of stuff, okay? So hard. I need genres because I like so much.
Don't ask her to pick her top 1 or 5 things. Just say, start naming things off, and we'll tell you when to stop, Neen.
Yeah. It's very hard for me to commit.
But it's no, there's nothing wrong with that. So Collector 288 would like to know, for all the sensuals here. Oh, we're gonna do this question up right. Hang on.
Okay.
For all the sensuals here, what inspires you in heart and soul? How does this desire or dream motivate you in work and the people you hold dear? Like how the ocean waves hug the shores in the embrace of a compassionate and kindred love.
What? Wait, what is the question? What if I answered? Sorry, Collector. Hi, what was the, can I have the question simplified maybe?
He would like to know what inspires you in heart and soul, and how does this desire or dream motivate you in work and with the people that you hold dear?
What inspires me, heart and soul? Okay.
We take out all of the Noria over dramatics, and that's the simplified version of it.
Collector is just prepping his name fanfic. I would say what inspires me is, you guys are gonna get another like sappy little freaking answer here. But what inspires me is knowing that people feel safe in my presence. And I always try to do things with kindness and safety of others in mind. So whether it's like helping plan a women's space at a convention, or talking to a friend, or helping a patient with their medication, like I always try, I try, it doesn't always happen, but I try to lead with kindness. So kindness, I think. Did I answer that right?
There's no wrong answers here. There's just answers. Okay. It's fine.
Did I hit the question though? Like, I think I am. Yeah. What inspires me is to create safe spaces for people and know that they feel safe around me. And I think that if people do that, then I have been successful at creating the spaces that I want to create in the real world.
There you go.
What about you, Nori?
Me?
You're not getting out of this one.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a good one, Baker.
I think I take a lot of inspiration from the world around me that I see. So sunsets. I typically sit in my office here, and I have all the lights turned off. And I basically live in the cave for methods of sensory deprivation in order to help me maintain focus. But when I get stuck on a problem and I'm looking for...
Oh, no, you got it. Okay. I was like, where's it at? I like zoomed out. I was like, is Zodica here?
It's fun. You can just hide puzzle pieces in weird places. It's right here. Here you go. But so, yeah, no, I basically, I live in the sensory deprivation tank. And like occasionally when I need that bit of inspiration or whatnot, I will open the door up and walk out. Look at my cats, look at my lovely wife, look at the sky, walk outside, go to the mailbox, whatever, and just kind of take in all of the things that are around me. To bring on the muse.
We did it!
And in record time. I think that's the fastest that a 750-piece puzzle has been put together on a Talk Tuesday.
Setting records, heck yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from, is just taking in the world around me.
Nice. Nah, Ben, you don't got to. Nah, Reaver, you don't got to. How good you guys
see,
are at puzzles.
just
Let AI do your job. You play with puzzles.
there you go. There you go. Right.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Collector would also like to know, what is true love to you? Like, what makes it right, and how, how a serenade of night makes us blind to the sights of love,
What is true love to me? Okay,
to the
this is
sweet
a great
burning
question.
passion that is love. There we go.
Yeah, I am gonna say that true love to me is like not waiting for the perfect person, right? Because there's always going to be someone out there better than you, someone out there better than your spouse for
Mm-hmm.
different reasons, right? And true love is being with someone that you want to do the hard things with. Like, I had a very, very difficult birth with my son. It was traumatic, to say the least. We both almost died. So the only person that I would ever want to experience that with is my husband, like hands down. He was there and was the only person I wanted there during that time.
Right.
Like I think that is what true love is, wanting to build a life with someone when things get hard. You don't go looking elsewhere, you stay there and you build that life together. I think that's what true love is. And you can have true love in friendships too. Like, it's not just restricted to romantic, right? Like, when you and your friends go through tough times and they're there for you and you're there for them. Like, when I went through a hard, like with my husband, like I wanted to talk to him, but I also wanted to talk to my best friend Gloria, like when it was happening. And like, because I love her and I know that she loves me back and has my back. And I think that that is what, that for me at least, is what true love is someone that you want to build a life with, whether it's romantic or platonic. Sappy mean answer.
Oh, no such thing. No such
I'm really
thing.
like, there my chat's like, she's such a sap compared to when I'm on my stream.
Welcome to Neen After Dark. In the middle of the
I'm
day.
happy you like it.
As a Talk Tuesday, there's a couple of things that happen almost religiously around here on Talk Tuesdays. Number one, we talk and we get down rabbit holes. Number two, we laugh like we've never laughed before till our cheeks hurt. Oftentimes, the guest blushes an awful lot because I'll say something that is can be misconstrued, and usually it is. And we have a general good time.
Good. Yeah, we
Let's
like good
see.
times.
Steamy TV would like to know, do you have any funny or your favorite conspiracy theory?
Ooh, I've got a lot. So I'm gonna say that my biggest conspiracy theory is that they're all the religions are the same. It's
Mm-hmm.
just different people writing down what happened from different cultures. I think that uh all of the religions are based off of a set of old deities. Like, if you look at Catholicism, which is what I grew up in, I'm no longer practicing, but in Catholicism you have like the main god, right? And you've got
Mm-hmm.
Mother Mary, okay? And then you've got all of these like saints. And if you're looking at it parallel to religion that has multiple deities, like they all kind of match up. So that is, I've never studied it 100%, but I have like looked into it and stuff. And I think honestly, they're all the same thing, and we should all just be good people to each other. Because that's what
Right.
all the religions boil down to, is being nice to your fellow human and taking care of the earth. And
There
yeah, we were
you
talking about that earlier. Here, when I was a bit inebriated in a friend's chat earlier, I brought that up. But yeah, that's my biggest conspiracy theory, is that we're all worshiping the same deities under different names. If there even is an afterlife. Still questioning that.
Let's see. That is fantastic. Collector says, welcome to After Dark with Neen. I'm your host, Collector the Bard, and we are here with our good friend and fellow bard, Nori. And if I do say so, quite a musical serenade of a bard. He can play a tune to the moon and back again.
Your channel just got taken over.
And
This is
bring it on.
Collector's channel
Bring it
now.
on. I go in like Squirrel's chat and a number of other chats and do almost the same thing, so it's just fine. I typically do more limericks that are just comical depending on what's going on, but yeah,
Love that.
it's perfectly fine. It's fantastic, right? Collector says, a question for Omnom. What makes you feel thrilled like a peacock in all its beauty? And how do you express yourself on a serenading level?
So what excites me and how do I express that? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret. I get excited about a lot of things. I get excited about the moon and the stars. I get excited by sunsets. I get so excited by rain because in Arizona that doesn't happen often. I get excited when my family comes home, when my son shares a silly little thing, and I always want to share it with someone, and I'm usually like, "Hey babe, come look at the moon," or "Come look what Damien's doing." So I usually want to share it with someone. That's what I do. Is when I see something that excites me, I want to share it with someone.
Good night, Zen. Have a wonderful evening. Rest well.
Sleep
We'll see you next
tight.
time.
Oh, it's a cute emoji. But yeah.
Ooh, it's the Twitch love hearts. There you go.
Thank you, Collector. And just like the moon, I don't always have to be full to shine. That's what I take from the moon.
You know, I would run with it. Run with it while you can, right? Katia Soden would like to know, has there been any horror games that have scared you enough when you play it?
Oh, yeah. I think that the scariest one I have played so far is Visage. I streamed it as part of a sub goal that we reached for a celebration I had. And I'm playing Dolores's chapter. I haven't completed it yet, and I don't know if I think I should at least finish a chapter. So I don't know when I'm going back to it, but I will. I played it for like 4 hours. I gave them a lot, and I couldn't. And it's like an 8-hour game, and I'm like, nope. And it made me cry. It actually scared me so bad I started tearing up, and then I couldn't stop tearing up throughout the rest of the game. Phasmo scares me every time I play it, but it's just a jump scare. And Mortuary Assistant didn't really rattle me as much as I thought it would. But Visage.
Yeah,
Visage
that's
hard.
interesting because I had people telling me Phasmo was a terrifying game, and so I went and played it once with a couple of friends, and I giggled like an idiot through the entirety of it. I seriously, I walked into the house and been like, "Yo, ghost, come on, what are you gonna do?" Like intentionally getting killed. Like we played it for like 4 hours. I died every time. I don't think I ever not died because I just pissed the ghost off. And I would laugh. I'm like, "Yep, here he comes," and
Here he
dead.
comes. Oh Lord, he coming. Yeah. It's more fun. I like it playing it with friends, but I still get startled. And like I'm like, it's pixels on a screen. It's not gonna really do anything to me. But I'm very competitive and I play to win, and I want to figure out what kind of ghost it is. And I don't want to be dead. I want to figure it out. So I think that's more why I get upset when I die in Phasmo.
Yeah, I need a good jump scare in order to really scare me. So we did Devour.
Tried Visage.
Devour
Oh,
was really good. So Devour is like there's a couple levels that were didn't really like startle me much, but we went back and played it again. We have a group around here. We call ourselves the Terrified Troop, and literally we're all screamers.
Love that.
And so we'll go and we'll do horrible, scary things that we know are is going to elicit yells and screams out of us. So we've done like some of the SCP games. We've done Devour. We've done we do Lethal Company around here, but that they will scare you a little bit. But I think we spend more time just laughing and goofing off in that than so much getting
For
scared.
sure. That is not as scary as it is funny. Yes.
And we did content warning a couple weeks ago, and that was hysterical. Oh, I would definitely absolutely recommend. If you've not played that, go play it. But if you do go play it,
seen it, but I haven't played it.
Take three good friends of yours when you go play the game, or
Okay.
3 people that regularly make content, and then treat the game like you are making actual like YouTube content or something. Don't just get in there and play and try to go for points. Don't worry about that. It's actually so much more fun and so much more enjoyable when you go in there. You're like, okay, we've got like 2 seconds to record an intro to this. And then on our way out running like synopsis real quick. Oh my God, you know, whatever. And because you end up making these like little like 1.5, 2 minute clips that you can actually save and then upload back up to your like YouTube channel or whatnot. They're just hysterical.
Oh, wow.
It's a fantastic time. Would recommend. And sometimes it has that jump scare effect. Like you'll turn a corner, not see anything, and next thing you know, there's something nasty right in front of you. And it's just dark and gritty enough sometimes that you can get that jump scare just because you think that thing that's over there, you like, oh, that's just part of the background. And then it moves. And it's not like a little move. It like violently jumps towards you and then stops all of a sudden. And it's enough to make you jump.
Oh, no, thank you. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. I've seen it like played, but always when they're watching it back and when they're at the house. I've never seen them actually go out and play the game because I'll be watching them. I'll like tune in and a friend's playing it, but they're always doing that part. So then I start doing work on my computer. And then I realize, oh my gosh, I haven't been watching. I want to catch this. And then people are dying. And I'm like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's happening here.
It's a good fun time. But definitely go in there with some friends and go in there with the mindset of we're making SpookTube videos. Like take it seriously enough to be like, yeah, we're going to make actual real content for whatever. Record the horrible, scary stuff. Do the really stupid, like YouTube level stupid content. Like, okay, there's the monster over there. We're going to go, like I ran around with a microphone in the game. I would just run up there and stick it in the monster's face. Like, we're here to get an interview with you, sir. Hi.
Have you been to Alabama?
Right. And then it tries to suck your face off. And you're like, no tongue. Sorry, ma'am, I don't know you. You need a breath mint. Oh my God.
Amazing. Okay, so that's I have to check it out.
It's good fun time.
And like actually pay attention and not be distracted with work.
It's a good fun time. I picked it up for myself and a couple of friends of mine, and we went and did a Friday night stream with that. We laughed so much. Our SpookTube was called the Fuck Around and Find Out group, or Fuck Around and Find Out guys.
Oh, I love that.
Like fuck around and find out guys. Yep.
You're the fuck around and find out me guy.
And we had such a good time at that. Laugh. I think we died more than we actually got anything back. And the videos that we did get back were absolutely just like there was one video I'm recording the thing walking towards us, and out of the corner you just see Rutherford. Actually, he's out here. He comes running off screen past the front of this. I got it, guys. I got it. He's waving around the flashlight as he's running past the monsters. I got it. Let's go. And he's like,
we gotta go. Amazing. Have you seen
it's such a good time. Fear Therapy? No, I have not seen that one yet.
Okay, that was a new one that came out that I was told to check out. But yeah, Content Warning is on my list, and Fear Therapy is on my list.
I can recommend that.
Creepy.
I would say if you do Lethal Company is such a chaotic mess. It can be scary, but it's such a chaotic mess. I like the modded Lethal Company when you play with the bigger lobbies.
Yeah.
And we usually pile in like 15, 20 people into our lobbies. It
Love
is
it.
such a mess.
I
They're like, what's everybody
imagine it's
doing?
chaotic.
Well, what's worse is with the latest one we've been playing, latest mods we've been playing in there, turns the reactor inside the bases into an actual nuclear reactor. And so if somebody pulls that, sirens go off and the world blows up. And you have like 2 minutes to get back. So somebody pulls that, and no matter where you're at, like, oh, that's bad. We got to run for the exit. We got to go now.
Oh, that's rough.
It makes for some
Oh.
moments.
Oh no. Somebody did one where you can just be randomly transported to the back room.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to go there. I didn't know that was in the mod. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I didn't, but 2 of them did, and I was like, okay, there's 3 of us, 2 of you gone. All right, bye. I'm done. Good night. Because then they can't hear you and you're just by yourself in the back rooms. And I played SCP, and SCP was very, very rough.
We did an SCP play session, and like there was 4 of us playing. We started out with 5. One person dropped, but there was 4 of us running around, and we had the doctor chasing after us.
Oh, I never encountered him. I encountered Grandpa.
Terrifying.
Yeah. No.
Well, between the doctor and the living statue, like we kept getting just caught between those 2. It was just rough because you had to watch the living statue so it wouldn't move, but you couldn't take your eyes off the doctor because he was going to walk up behind you and take your head off, and it was just.
Oh no.
It was rough. It was a bad situation.
Yeah. That seed's bad. Throw it away. Throw the seed away. Redo it.
But it was still a good time. We had so much fun with that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Katoa screams, and he screams so well.
Oh no. Why is my phone? Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It just started making noise.
These things happen. It's all right. Let's see. Brotherford would like to know, what one thing would you delete from human history forever? You could pick one thing, delete it from human history, and it would just be gone. Never to be repeated. Forever.
Like it would never happen again, and no one would ever experience it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, man. Okay, one thing. Oh, this is a lot of pressure. I'm going to say hunger, because I feel like that kills so many people a year. So many children a year, too, from like malnutrition. Oh my god, but wait a minute. Human trafficking ending would be really, really great. Brotherford. I wasn't expecting to have to think this much. Oh, man.
This is what happens on a Talk Tuesday. They make you work for it a little bit. It's fine.
Okay, you know what? Because I'm going to go for the greater good. If I could get rid of one thing in human history and it would never, ever happen again, I am going to say genocide, just because there are currently 8 happening in the world. And that's all I'm going to expand on. And I won't make this political, but I'm going to say genocide. I would get rid of that. 100%.
Okay.
There we go.
That's interesting because, see, I think of that question and I'm like, if I had to get rid of an event, I would get rid of Hitler coming into power.
Oh, an event?
Well, that's the way he says, what one thing would you delete from human history? Okay, right, hunger, famine, and that sort of things. Yes, those are all still valid things. Like genocide's still a valid thing. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Yours is very broad scope. We would have a lot more people running around on the planet, but there's, that's the sort of thing that happens when you remove genocide. I'm just thinking more like, for me, the answer, I would have read that question like, okay, yeah, I would just remove Hitler from coming to power because that would stop World War II. That is where my
brain went.
That would have stopped a whole bunch of Jews from being killed. That would have would have removed a whole lot of precedences that led up to a thing. Now, what does that do to the world on the whole? see, that's where my brain goes to in questions like this. I think consequences. What are the
Yeah.
consequences of my action? So if we remove Hitler from it, what happens? Okay, so these Jews don't die, blah, 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 blah. All that happens. But humans in general are a very warlike species. So we didn't go to World War II. Well, maybe World War II didn't happen in Germany. Maybe it becomes a Russian thing.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it was Russia
Yeah.
who starts World War II and instead of Germany. I don't know. Like, would removing Hitler just postpone that war by a couple of years, or would it never happen? These would be the questions I would ask. I would still probably mark that as the thing that I would remove, just because I'm at this point I'm kind of curious to see how that happens and what comes of
Yeah.
it. It may
Yeah, that's a
ultimately
good
not
answer, too.
change a thing, but it may actually
Yeah, it
change something.
may have changed. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good question. That was deep. What happened?
You said that's a good question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, confetti. Okay. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Elignor would like to know if you could personally beat up any animated series or video game villain, who would you leave in a heap on the floor?
Ooh, and like I for sure 100% would win the fight.
Yep.
Okay, if I could beat up I think I'd want to beat up Thanos. I feel like he would be fun to like just punch. He made me cry. In a Marvel movie, he made me cry. Thanos.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Like, who would I beat up? Honestly,
Oh, phew.
Cassidy. That's who I would take out. I'm sorry. Cassidy is the prisoner's name who later became Carnage.
Wait, from what?
Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I'm not a Spider-Man girly. I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, I know Willem Dafoe as was he the Green Goblin?
Yep. Very good.
That's the one I watched with Willem Dafoe. Because I love Willem Dafoe. He's great.
Yeah, Carnage was a bad dude. Of all the Spider-Man villains that we've seen over the years, Carnage is probably the most violent sociopath
Oh, wow.
of the lot. And that's saying a lot. But here's the guy who picked up Venom's abilities. Basically, so the way it worked out in the comic books is Venom broke in to set Eddie Brock free. At the time he was setting Eddie Brock free, Venom split because that symbiote gives birth by mitosis and it splits. So it split during the escape, and Cassidy got the symbiote. And so that became a thing, and so he became Carnage. And Carnage spent all of its time chopping people up alive. Very violent, brutal murders. Yes. Oh, it was absolutely spot on for it. But yeah, just during a time when Carnage was running around, it was probably the bloodiest that I've ever seen Spider-Man comic books.
Oh wow!
So
okay,
it was a bit of a thing. So yeah, there you go. Let's see. But yeah, very interesting. Thanos. Yeah, everybody wants to beat up Thanos. You
Really?
snap your finger at me, huh?
I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Let's beat them up together, okay? Go,
There you
folks.
go.
Well, I'll get in line.
The Reaver Blade would like to know: do you like petrichor?
Oh, Reaver. Yes. I didn't realize that that was okay, yeah. I do love it. The smell from rain.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was commenting in the chat. Yes, I love petrichor. That is one of my
It's a
favorite
fantastic
smells.
smell.
It's so good. Because you just know it's going to be a cozy day because the clouds are going to be all overcast and
I just like
all the
smelling the water in the
blossoms.
air.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Love it. I love it, Reaver. Bottle it up, send it to me.
Well, so I grew up on the islands of Puerto Rico. We had a rainforest right around the
Does it
corner from
smell
where we
different?
live. It smells exactly the same, only you got to smell that all day long. Because in the rainforest, at least the ones down there where we lived at, you could set your clock by the storm because it literally rained every 5 minutes. So
For
you could
real?
go into, yeah, for real. You would walk into the rainforest and wait. And as soon as it started raining, it would rain for 5 minutes and then it would stop raining. And you could set your clock to the minute it stopped raining. And 5 minutes later, it started raining again. It was the coolest thing.
That's so cool. That's wild. I would like to visit there
It's
one day.
it's definitely an interesting phenomenon. But yeah, I grew up as a kid. It was out in the backyard. It was fun.
That's really cool that you got to experience that.
Fresh sugar canes. Oh, you've not lived until you've gone out back and chopped a sugar cane and eaten that.
Does it taste
Slurp
like
that.
regular sugar?
So when you chop the stalk, it's very moist on the inside, and so usually what happens is you chop the stalk, and then you drink the water that's kept up in the inside the sugar cane, and it's like sweet water, right? So it's like
Okay.
take a normal glass of tap water and add like a tablespoon of sugar to it and mix it up. It's just sweet water.
Oh wow. Okay.
But that's only half of it because once you get done with that, you crack the thing in half and then you pull out fibers from the interior of this and you just chew on it. If you think of like the Alabama boys that chew on that piece of wheat at 6, yeah, that was us as kids walking around. Only that was sugar, and you would eat the whole thing. Like you didn't spit it out on the ground or anything else. You chewed it, and you ate it, and it would just sit there hanging out the side of your mouth, just like that piece of wheat, and you just munched on it. And we would carry these things around with us all day and just chew on them as we're running around being boys.
That sounds so great and fun. That sounds like such a wonderful memory. Damn. I need to go there. I need to chew on a sugar cane. I
It's
want
an
to know what I want to
experience.
know what like the texture of it, like cuz I'm a texture person. So like
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you can also chew it and swallow it
Yep.
is
It's
like
like
interesting to me.
it's like almost it's like raw. I would say it's like chewing on something that feels as firm as raw pasta. Like you get the box of pasta. So you hold that, and that's kind of what it feels like in your hand. But when you chew on it, it's like al dente noodles. It's a very weird sort of thing.
That's my favorite type of noodle is al dente. I like a chewy noodle.
That's kind of what it is. It has firmness when you got it pulled out. It doesn't like just kind of lay over. It does hold its shape fairly well. So in that respect, it's kind of like raw noodles that you would get out of the box. But yeah, you just sit there and you chew on it, and it's like eating al dente noodles. It's kind of cool, and it's just a very sweet plant.
Well, now I got something I
Just
want to cross off. That's something I'm adding to a bucket list.
it's like it's just like eating sugar. It's just rock candy. If you've ever had rock candy, it's almost about the same flavor profile. It's just generic plain rock
Oh,
candy.
have not. Okay, I'll have to try one.
Yeah,
They just don't look interesting to me because I'm like, it's just sugar. I'm good,
that's
guys.
all it is. That's all sugar cane is. It's just sugar.
Oh, okay. I'm still gonna try it though.
Yeah.
I want to experience the texture. want to be able to walk with it hanging out my mouth.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's good stuff. Don't go to the store. I made that mistake one time years ago. I'm like, oh, look, they have sugarcane in the store. Bought the sugarcane in the store. Took it home, opened it up, cracked it open, started pulling it out. I'm like, what? This is wrong.
This
First
is
off, there was
wrong.
no. It's just wrong because there's no. You don't get to crack the bottom when you chop it in half. You pull the thing over as you cut it in half, so that you have fluid inside the tube, and then you drink that fluid. So they sell them in stalks, and there's no fluid inside the stalk. And when you crack it open, what they've done is they've applied wax to the ends, and so you have to cut off the ends even after all that's done. And by the time you've done that, what you have in your hand is sugar, but it's kind of desiccated at that point.
Yeah, because it's not kept fresh by the water inside of it. That's like keeping it all together. It's just.
I don't bring it up every time, Toasty.
And then he cried for 3 days. He loves it so much. Oh.
It's one of the few fond childhood memories that I have.
It sounds like
growing
a
up
great
in-
one.
Well, growing up in Puerto Rico, I was my hair used to be very bright red.
Oh.
When I
You
was
stood
when I
out.
was very young, I was white, and then by about the time I hit 3, it turned bright red.
Oh, wow.
So yes, I stood out. I was definitely so it was not pleasant down there because I was definitely an oddball.
The same with your siblings or no?
No.
Okay. so
Both
you were just
my
the
two
odd
younger
man out.
brothers, both my younger brothers look exactly like the rest of the family. So no,
Oh, wow.
I grew into my Puerto Rican.
Are you Puerto Rican?
Yes,
Oh, okay. I thought you grew up in Alabama.
I was born in Alabama. My father was military, so we
okay,
traveled
okay.
around. So I was born in Alabama. My next younger brother was born in North Carolina, and the youngest one was born in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. So he was stationed all over.
Yeah, we lived all the way up and down the East Coast. By the time when I turned 30, I officially lived in as many places as I had years under my belt.
Oh my
So.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That had to have been so hard.
It's just
I
something
would
you
have
got used
hated
to.
it. I would have hated
We
it.
weren't
trying to
big
make
fans
friends
of
every
it.
time.
Oh, at some point, I think I kind of gave up trying to make friends because it was just
Fair.
like it's not even worth the trouble.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all right, Toasty. I will still come in there and heckle you in your streams whenever you get back to streaming. But good fun stuff. Yes, definitely. If you're going to do, I tell everybody, if you're going to do sugarcane, it has to be fresh.
Okay.
Don't go
you hear
get
that,
the stuff
guys?
in the stores. It will
Fresh
just leave
sugarcane.
you sad.
Don't be sad. Get fresh.
Yeah. Let's see. Did that one. Swift Squirrel would like to know if you are playing a game without a soundtrack, are you listening to other music? And if so, what music? What music? If so, what music?
Okay. Very good question. I will when I'm hell diving, and I'm not playing with friends, I am listening to dark wave music while I dive.
Dark wave music.
Dark wave. And I think the same goes for anything that I have to concentrate on. So, but I think if I were to play Breath of the Wild again, I would put on a Zelda soundtrack, like a Zelda lo-fi station. It just depends on the game. But yeah, for like point and shoot games like Helldivers, I would do, even for Phasmo, yeah, it's going to be Dark Wave 90% of the time. Dark Wave.
Interesting. I'm more of an EDM kind of guy when I'm trying to really focus down. When I work, I listen to lo-fi.
Oh, you listen to lo-fi when you work. Okay.
Well, the slow drums are easy to just keep a steady. It's like listening to a metronome ticking,
Yeah.
right? It's that slow, steady rhythm that kind of your brain gets into this pattern of, and it makes it easy to just think. The other thing I find is that I have, over the years, I have started to store code chunks in my head associated to pieces of music. And so
For
I
real?
have, yeah, so I have a sound, a playlist in YouTube that I will play. And I got several playlists. And depending on what I'm working on, I will play a different playlist because the songs that are in that will invoke those memories of those code chunks and whatnot. It makes it easy for me to just replicate code over and over again and write whatever it is I'm supposed to be working on. It also
Nice.
is
You should
helpful
check
for
out
going back and
Darkwave.
troubleshooting it. I will.
It's kind of like EDM but dark.
You don't say.
I know. In case anyone in chat's wondering what darkwave is, it's just that it's dark. Okay.
That's like listening to synthwave. It's EDM. Just
Yeah.
just very synthy.
I also like synthwave. Yeah.
Oh, have you listened to any of? Now I got to ask, since
Yeah.
we're in this whole EDM phase, Japan has Tokyo. They have their own they have their own synthwave that is very Tokyo style. Have you heard?
I
any of that?
haven't, but I have found some Korean and Japanese synthwave artists. But I have not. If you could share me some of the links, I would love to check that out.
I will send you some of the channels that I listen
I'm
to.
loving the dark wave that I found, the Korean and the Japanese dark wave that I found. So I'm pretty and I like synthwave, so I'm pretty sure, and I like EDM. I'd probably like it as
Yeah,
well.
it's interesting about it is that the synthwave that from the channel I listen to has that very sort of like entry level into the digital age Japanese feel. So like
Okay.
early 2000, early 2000s, mid 90s, early 2000s. So that really sort of just experimental synth sort of feel to it. It's really kind of
Nice.
interesting. Reminds me of like a lot of those old what was the name of that movie? Johnny Mnemonic. You ever watched Johnny Mnemonic? So
Yeah.
like the musical soundtrack that they post to there, that sort of Aeon Flux also has that same, not Aeon Flux. Oh, come on, I'm losing my nerd cred now. What is the name of that one? Ghost in the Shell. That's who
I was gonna
thinking
say
of.
Ghost in the Shell, but I didn't want to in case I get messed up your train of thought. But I was like, I think he wants Ghost in the Shell, but keep
Ghost in the
let him
Shell
cook. Let him
or
cook.
Akira.
I loved Akira.
Yeah, it's the
That was
same sort of soundtrack. It's the same sort of music. It's an entire channel that is just filled with artists that's what they play. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, send that to me. I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
I had a friend describe Darkwave as, this kind of sounds like royalty-free music. I was like, a little bit, yeah, but it's not.
A little bit.
A
A little bit.
little bit.
Really close.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, that being said, and damn it, if Squirrel's cousin isn't here, we're going to do it anyways. I'll have you unmute the stream and I will shut up so you don't have to listen to me while it goes on. And I'll tell you when. I wrote a little thing. So we have around here on the channel, if you get enough points, right, you can redeem and get your own custom walk on. And so I had been up until that point finding different like little fun little bits. So like Zoda has a wizard song that I snipped out. Found this really cool wizard song that sounded just like him. Lyrics were great. Sounded just like something Zoda would say. And so I snipped this little short piece out of it and like, that's your walk on. And it just fits him so well. I listen to it whenever he pops in. I'll actually just kind of shut up and just start singing along with it because it's just so fun. So that's fine, and we've done a couple of things like that. But for Squirrel's cousin, Brain Check, she made a couple of our emotes on here. A lovely artist. I actually went full tilt because Squirrel paid the points for her cousin. And so we went full tilt on that. And so I actually orchestrated and wrote a whole piece of music and words over it and everything else. And I'm like, where's cousin at? She should be here to hear it. But you know what? We're going to debut it anyway. So you can take a listen and see
Ooh,
what you
okay.
think. Would love to get your opinion on it. So
Oh, I'm
let me
excited.
go
I'm excited.
find the event.
You've been saving up
There we go.
Toasty. I hope you get it.
All right.
Don't
So
be tempted.
I am going to shut up, give it about, because there's stream delay. So you need about like 3 seconds or so, 3 or
Okay.
4 seconds. And then I'll hit the play button. All right. And we'll see what you think about this.
That is fantastic. Uh, because from what I know of cousin, I feel like that's very appropriate for her.
She got to hear it. So I caught them in Discord. I'm like, here you go. Here's your walk on, because I wasn't going to put it out there if she wasn't going to like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I would absolutely taken it back to the drawing board. But yeah, that I think I spent like 2 weeks trying to get everything lined up for all of that. Still been fun. Every time I think I get a little bit better at these sort of things, but practice makes perfect.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect. Can't be great at everything all at once.
No. So now you do art, and you do your own emotes, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you do anybody else's emotes, or you only do emotes for yourself?
I opened up commissions for it, so I've done some for friends. And then I just started doing overlays for friends. So I just had someone commission those, and I was like, okay, I can do that. I can make you a set too. So I don't really advertise it because like everybody does them, right? Like I feel like a lot of people do them, at least in my community. So I have my
Right.
Ko-fi link up, and then people can check it out. And if I fit their style, great. And if not, that's fine too. Like you do you. But yeah, I do. I also own my own like sticker business, so I send stickers out and I design those as well. So I wear a lot of hats, guys.
Well,
I wear a lot of hats.
kind of goes with the territory, I suspect.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with wearing a lot of hats, though, as long
Yeah.
as you don't let them wear you down. That's the trick.
Correct. You got to wear them. Don't let them wear you.
That's right. That's right. Now, of all the various hats that you do wear, is there one that you take particular pride in? Like, I got this one so nailed that.
What is my favorite hat? Oh man. I would have to say that my art is my favorite hat because I'm able to turn it into so many different things. Like, oh, I'm gonna show off what I made.
Absolutely.
Actually, I'm gonna show off what I made, guys.
Show
I
off.
was a
Show
part of
off.
that
We're here
charity
for it.
stream, and it was Zelda Become the Hero theme, so it was Zelda themed, and they had an auction for it, and I was like, I want to donate to the auction. Like, I want to help raise even more money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking of ideas, and then I was like, you know what? I drew a little Korok. This was the first thing that started it. And I already had the Korok drawn. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to work this into it and convert it to an SVG. And then I turned it into these.
That's fantastic.
Right? So I'm gonna say that my art is literally one of my favorite things because then I made these Navi earrings.
Oh, those are
Somebody won
epic.
these. These are already gone. You guys missed out.
Oh,
And then the container hearts.
you're gonna
So
have to.
I really like creating things, and that is something that I take a lot of pride in is creating things. So that is the hat that I wear with the most pride is my creation hat. I wear it as often as I can.
Hey, you know, I would say go for it. You should wear it as much if you're enjoying it, then why not, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so this I would say that this I'm very proud of these. So proud of those.
That is fantastic. Collector would like to know what inspired you to follow your heart and stay true to who you are through the lows and the highs.
Oh, I don't that is a really great question. I don't think that I've ever strayed from who I was. I think that I've always kind of been me. Oh, that is a great question. Tag. Uh, like nothing kind of lures me away from being me and making good choices. I just try to be kind, and even if someone's not kind back, like that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else will spread that kindness if they didn't catch it, you know?
Right.
Uh yeah, I never really strayed from who I was. I've always just kind of been an anxious person. Trying to get everyone to like them. So yeah, it's about yeah. Anxiety has kept me here.
Anxiety is a good motivator. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Fear is another good one.
It is.
I find that terror really brings out excellence in people that they just didn't know they had because
Yeah.
deadlines are atrocious. Whoever
Yep.
invented deadlines need to be shot. That's all I got. Well,
Yeah.
okay. And you're a creator, so you understand what it's like to set target goals to get things done, and so you're driving to that deadline, and the closer it gets, you realize the mountain of work that you had didn't get smaller just because the days progressed. And a lot of times it feels like the day runs in fast forward, and you're
Yeah.
struggling to try and keep up.
Yeah, I'll be working on something and I will be so like focused on it. I'll have my music playing, I'll be focused on what I'm doing, and then I look up and it's like 7 o'clock at night and I'm like, how did that happen? Like, what happened? Like, I'm always lurking in friends' streams and we'll raid, and I'm like, how many times have we raided? Where was I? But yeah, because
Yeah.
deadlines will literally just like, gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta focus. Yeah.
Got to focus. I get this down. I got to go. I got to go. Got to go. Got to go. Yeah. And I've done that. I have lost 14, 15 hours, which is why I work in a blacked out cave, as it were. Because otherwise, what ends up happening is I'll start and the sun is coming up, and if I don't, I will be self conscious of the time as of the position of the sun as it goes through because where my office sits and the way the sun comes in. So as the day progresses on, there's going to be more and more sunlight in here, and because I know that, that means that time is running out, and I instinctively want to panic and hurry faster. And the faster you move, the more mistakes you make.
Yeah,
So,
especially in coding, like I've dabbled and learned some of that myself. So
mhm.
yeah, and though like you put a T instead of an L, I've done it. They're not anywhere near each other, but I've done it, and then your code's all broken.
Yep.
So yeah, I totally understand that.
So yeah, I black out everything, but the problem here is now because I have no concept of time while I'm working. There are times where I get up and I go into my office to work, and the sun is just coming up. And when I come out of my office because I'm done working, there is no sun. The moon's halfway up the sky because I have lost like 16 hours or so because I've just been working. I'm like, oh, what time is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yep. Oh,
It's
deadlines are the
it's
worst.
They are. Whoever invented them should be shot. That's all I got to say. Don't rush creative people. Let them be creative.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So, what is the biggest deadline that you've ever put on yourself? And did you scramble to meet it? Did you make it in time? Did you know?
Okay. So the biggest deadline I've ever put on myself was for my aunt's turning 90. We're having a surprise party for her this weekend. And my other aunt asked me to put together the slideshow because this is a big deal, right? Like the whole
Right.
family's going to be there. This has to be done perfect. It's for my aunt. Like I don't want to let her down.
Right.
She's great. Like my aunt Norma's fantastic. I don't want to be the reason why this thing falls flat. And I did not look at it at all. And she wanted it done last weekend. So, of course, Friday night when she texted me like, "Hey, I'm recovering from surgery. I was just checking in to see how the slideshow was coming." I immediately went into my computer and started downloading all of the photos everybody has been emailing me for the past 2 months. I've had 2 months to do this. The past 2 months. I told her I could make a slideshow. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have never done a slideshow in my life, but I have Adobe Premiere, right? Like I pay for the Adobe suite. It's in there. I can do it. I could not do it. So I wasted a whole day trying to learn Adobe Premiere. Could not figure it out because guys, it's hard. If you edit videos, like chef kiss to you, can you make some simple tutorials I can follow? Because I will follow your YouTube channels, okay? I will like and subscribe every channel. Every single video you put out, I will do it.
We'll be thumbs upping every last video.
I will comment. I will do whatever you want. Okay, just make me a simple how to use Adobe Premiere. Okay, that's all I'm asking. So then I was Googling on the internet on Sunday because she wanted it Saturday. I didn't give it to her Saturday. She got it Sunday. I was Googling another way to do it, and I found a program, and I was able. It's so simple. It's very similar to Adobe Premiere, but not as the UI on it is easier than Adobe. So that was the biggest one. I didn't even put music to it because she didn't give me the music. So thank God she didn't do that because I don't know if I could figure that out. But that was the biggest, most stressful thing that I have ever, like, yeah, I can learn it. I was going to DC that week. Like, there was no way. That's out of sight, out of mind. I have object permanence. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, in case you're interested and you really do want to learn Adobe Premiere, friend of ours, her name is G_Frankie. She's a Twitch streamer as well. We've actually had her on here as a guest on Talk Tuesday. Fabulous little lady. I am certain she can walk you through some Adobe Premiere.
GEE?
Yep, GEE_Frankie. They so they do they do video editing and whatnot for a D&D campaign.
Oh.
And yes, as Fox and Bull says, absolute goddess with Adobe Premiere.
Amazing. Okay, I've already followed her, so I will probably never chat unless you guys are in her chat. I will never chat.
Hang on, we're getting rated. Ooh. Hi, Estea. Welcome in. Partner community.
Hi, Raiders.
Another fabulous. Doing some car racing. Like we have every other notification and whatnot turned off during Talk Tuesdays except for the raid ones. And just because I always want to make certain that raiders and the person leading the raid gets the recognition for coming in here and hanging out with us, because that is fantastic.
100% agree with that.
So we do turn off everything else though. So like nobody's supposed to get shout outs or anything else. No walk-ons happen. Because this is all about you this Tuesday. It's not about anybody else.
Yeah, get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Stay. Please stay. I was kidding.
It's all good. Let's see. But yeah, G Frankie, absolutely fantastic. Real whiz with it. Absolute lovely lady, and will help anybody out in the drop of a hat. If you go, hey, I need some questions answered. I need some help. She's sweetie. Darling, you'll love
Amazing. I am excited to. I am the same way. If anybody needs help with StreamerBot, hi, I'm Neen. I'll help you. That's my thing. I'll make my whole community. I'm like, you want to get on StreamerBot? You want to leave Firebot? You want to do something better? You want to
Oh,
leave Mix
see,
It Up?
I'm actually in the process of. So I'm leaving Firebot. I've been a staunch Firebot supporter for a while, but I have rigged my Firebot with so much complexity in it that the Node.js background, backend programming for it, just it can't do it. Cannot
Yeah.
keep up with it. I looked at StreamerBot. I don't like the look of StreamerBot. I
No,
think the UI is clunky.
garbage. It's
It-
ugly. It's hard. But once you get using it though, it's like easy.
well, yeah,
But
but
yeah, it
see,
is ugly.
I have the advantage that you don't. I'm a programmer.
You can just import your code in there. You can just code your own stuff.
So
I
I'm
think
actually
it's
I'm
C# you
rewriting
said?
Firebot. Yeah, I hate C Sharp. Don't even get me started on C Sharp. C Sharp is a garbage language.
Okay.
Well,
I
okay,
don't know
so
for sure. I'm
C Sharp.
just guessing. I don't know for sure.
So C Sharp is okay. So here's the thing, right? So C Sharp is based on it's a derivative off in C and C++. The problem is C Sharp only works with Windows based code and uses the Windows DLLs for everything. And they have to build everything within Windows, which is why that UI looks so bad.
Oh, so maybe it is
It's
C#
all built in on top of Windows, and so you're limited by what you're doing with Windows. Yeah, Python's a pain.
My cousin loves Python. That was her favorite language to learn.
That's a scripting
said-
language. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She really liked it.
So I'm a senior Golang developer. I like my Golang. Golang is absolutely a back-end program. There's no UI element for it, but as far as doing multi-threaded threaded processes in parallel operations, like Golang's the fastest and best thing out there you can get your hands on as far as programming language go. Now, with what I know about a full stack development suite, I am currently I'm actually already done with the back end portion of it. I have rebuilt Firebot and Mix It Up. Because they're basically, if you look at them, Firebot, Mix It Up, and even StreamerBot fundamentally are all the same animal.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely the same animal. So
Yeah.
I have already built the back end service piece through Golang that will render and do everything that Firebot, Mix It Up, and StreamerBot will do. I've even added to it the ability to export your profile from StreamerBot, Firebot, and Mix It Up and import it into my software. It's a one-button push. And I am currently in the process of writing the UI, and we're using a web-based UI. So the software actually stands itself up as its own little small web server, dedicated web server. Uses like 15 megs worth of memory space to operate in. It's like next to nothing. Does absolute parallel processing and everything. But then we're using a web UI to give you a visual UI look to it. And then I've added in collab mode. Oh, it's toasty and tangy. We got the Bat Sisters. Ooh.
We got bats in the chat. I love it.
Yes,
I freaking
my
love
favorite.
bats, by the way.
Oh, they're absolutely fantastic pair. Yeah, so right now I'm just in the process of getting the new GUI built up. And so the GUI is going to look a lot like Firebot does. So if you've ever used Firebot and you're like, I like the way Firebot's GUI looks,
Yeah.
then you're not going to be disappointed. It's going to look much the same way. The other thing that we're adding in is the ability to customize that UI. So I'm going to give you a point where you can reskin the entire UI, so you can make it look like your channel. You can put your own like imagery on there, the whole 9 yards, and you can make it look
Mix
like
It Up
whatever
similar
you
to
want.
that, I feel like. 'Cause that's the one I tried, was Mix It Up,
Yep.
and it just didn't give me enough versatility for what I was looking to do.
No, they don't.
StreamerBot was able to.
They don't have the same level. Now, the other thing that we're doing with my piece that we're doing is we're actually giving you your own development environment with inside of it. And so I am inputting part of the back end pieces that we're building in the UI pieces, I'm doing drag and drop coding for that. So you can, without knowing how to code, you can code in event handlers and whatnot through JavaScripting and have it do all the same things. So it's basically the same stuff as what you can do right now with StreamerBot.
Yeah.
But we're going to give you either here you can just copy and paste the code that you want it to run, or
Like
if you
StreamerBot has the import feature, same thing. Okay.
Yep. Or we have a secondary UI that you can go click to that has drag and drop puzzle pieces, and then you can link activities together and make it happen. So you don't have
Kind
to
of
know
like
how to code.
if this IFTTT.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If this, then that.
Oh, Nori, that sounds so cool. I'm excited to check that out.
So that's my big deadline. So at the end of the year, I have my deadline is to have that released.
Oh my gosh.
So that's kind
for
of
you.
deadline I'm driving to. So the other thing that we've been working on, and that's a functional piece right now, is the collab piece. So I have built in the software is what we call collab mode, and in collab mode, my version, let's say me and you were doing a clock tower collab.
Okay.
Right. Make this easy. So I've got my stream running, you've got your stream running. I can tell my bot that I'm in collab with Om Zombabe, and what it'll do is it'll ask, you can either have both chats merged into one. So now I can watch your chat and my chat at the same time because it's all in the chat window, or I can have your chat broken out separate from my chat, and so I can see what my people are talking about, and then I can see what your people are talking about. If we're talking together, like we are doing right now, right?
Yeah.
If you're responding to your chat and I'm responding to my chat, it makes it hard to understand. Like your chat, somebody could say, hey, because now you have to read that and tell that to, like I would have to read, oh, so-and-so said this to you, Omnom, or so-and-so said that to you. And you either have to have a secondary window where you're monitoring that other chat, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
So
very hard.
We're doing, so we have collab mode, which allows you to merge n number of collaborators. So we can,
if we were all four, like if there's 4 people doing a Lethal Company stream, we could have all the chat in one place and be able to read it, and maybe have chatters coded by color. Like I have the orange people, you guys have blue, red, purple are from your channel, but then we could, oh my god. Okay, Nori, one thing though before I forget, can you make it so it's like ghost chat? Can you add, so Nori, can you add a ghost chat feature to
overlay
it?
that we're at? Yes, that's another piece of that for the UI. I have a overlay section that we're adding as well to that.
I am, guys.
Because
I'm so excited. Getting closer.
Well, like you're a streamer, I'm a streamer, right? I have like several different programs in order to do this. I would rather have one program that does it all rather than 14 that I have to manage. So this makes life easier. So we get all the bells and whistles, the StreamerBot and FireBot, and mix it up all rolled together. We get Ghost Chat overlays. Hey, great. We get the ability to now share chats across everybody. But because we can also track everybody else's chat at the same time, we now have this ability to do collab global channel redeems.
Oh my god. So like if someone does hydrate, we all gotta hydrate.
It will tick off the hydrate in your channel and everybody's channel, right?
So if I have a play on mine, right? Mm-hmm. If I have a what is one of my redeems, guys? Girl saying WTF was that? It could play it on all of our streams at once. Yep. Guys.
Now,
Nori's in the future.
The only way this works, right? So we could because there is a feature that is, so these programs, when you sync up with somebody, you have a parent, and then you have somebody who's going to be the master maintainer for the collaboration, and then you have everybody else who's joining.
I understand.
We have to do it that way so that we can make certain that we know who has what, who's sharing the global list. Yeah. And so part of that also means that we can share sound redeems across everybody. The trick here is, in order to share the sound redeems, though, the sound redeem has to be something that the program can get its hands on. So blurb stuff is not going to be able to be there. Like sound effects from established from the other sound effects add-ons that you can get from like Twitch and everybody else, we're not going to be able to do those because they don't store their sound effects somewhere locally. But any of your like custom musics or custom sound effects that you have downloaded onto your machine, those would get pushed around anytime somebody redeemed them.
That's cool.
So like all
so
my channel
is it hosted
redeems.
on my PC, or is it hosted? You said it's hosted on a server.
It's hosted on your PC. So
okay, so similar to StreamerBot, Firebot. Okay, mix it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying then. Okay. Oh my gosh.
So what would happen is somebody says,
So cool.
so like I've got a funky sound redeem, right? That plays a little funky music for like 30 seconds. It's a small file. But if I made that file, if I checkmarked that and said this channel is global, right? Then when we're in collab mode and somebody hits let's get funky and that music goes to play, before it plays here, it coordinates with everybody else that's part of the collab, sends them all the files, and queues up the sound effects so it happens all at the same time, so everybody gets to listen to it all at the same time.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, Nori. That's what I was going to. I was like, so it's probably going to have a delay, right? Because it's got to send it to me, and then it's going to play it out with the others, and there's going to be a delay.
Yeah.
But the fact that you've already thought about that and have already fixed that before it even... If you need testers, Nori, I would be more than happy. I love learning new things. I don't know if you've picked this up from me at all. I love learning new things, and I love teaching people stuff. So, I mean, I would be down to help you test your program. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
So Tangy, with regards to the collab redeems, right? Whoever is the hoster of the collab. So in this case, let's say it's me and Neen who are doing it, and I'm the hoster of the collab. Then whatever my cooldowns are set for the globals is what everybody's cooldowns are set to, because I'm the hoster, right? So I'm the one in charge.
Nice.
So that's the easy way to handle that. So as the hoster, I push everything out, and then your list of what your global redeems are gets shipped up to the hoster so that we know about them, so that when they're clicked, we know who to go fetch from, right? But again, there's a player one. But again, there has to be this idea of that everybody has their own set of global whatever, but the cooldown will be shared. So whatever, let's say I've got Get Funky, that's got a global cooldown of 2 minutes before it can be redeemed again. Then it would show up in Neen under her globals. So she would get an actual channel that would show up, a channel reward that would show up that says Get Funky. And so it's also on a 2 minute because that came from me. But Neen would have Neen's maniacal laugh redeem would now be in my channel rewards, but she's got a 5 minute global cooldown on hers. So I would have a 5 minute global cooldown.
So cool. Nori, I am blown away right now by this. Like, I was like, I don't think I would ever leave StreamerBot, but then you started talking about all that, and I was like, okay. Like, as long as it's a one port import, sure. I don't have to reset up my set OBS state visibility on everything.
Initially, that was like the first thing that I wanted to try and do. Well, like I hate setting up new software for my streaming stuff, right? So one of the things I'm like, in order to get people to move from Firebot, StreamerBot, Mix It Up, whatever they're happening to be using, and there needs to be an easy way to do that. Nobody wants to start over again, especially if you're like me, where I've got like 350 commands, a bunch of channel redeems, and then a bunch of like custom events that fire, time-based events that are going off. And then I've got commands to disable things and turn other things on and go through and make changes. And like, there's hosts. Like, I know why my Firebot is suffering, because I have absolutely just beat it up.
Your Firebot's like, water would be nice. Just hanging
Take
on
care,
there.
Caddy. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. But
Thank
yeah,
you for your
so
questions.
I figured the way to make this adoptable is to make it easy for people to use it. So if I have it at one button push, import from, and then select your software of choice, StreamerBot, Firebot, mix it up. Then it makes it easy. There's nothing for you to set up. We'll grab your profile from the other software and convert it to what it should look
Yeah.
like in ours and do all the things for you.
Amazing.
So I figured that would help to drive adoption, right? That makes it easy. But yeah, that's end of the year. That's my big project.
Amazing. I'm excited for it.
But I'm
here
hoping
for it.
I want to get I'm trying to get the UI to a point where people can just use it default without going like too crazy on anything. And once it's at that point, I've got a couple of people that I'm pulling in for some like rough testing. So I need to make certain features work, like the setup portion of it. Can you get it downloaded? Here's the software. Can you run the install? Can you click the setup process? And does that work for you? Great. And as soon as that's done, then we'll move into beta. And then on beta, I'm going to have lists and we'll hand it out to people. I have got probably another 30 or so more features. Like there's an actual Twitch extension that goes along with this software that has things that make it visible for your viewers to interact with. So we give you viewer interaction driving points, from flashing spots on your screen to grabbing your mouse and moving it for 30 seconds to like
crowd control, but for anything.
Yeah.
Without having to like, oh my gosh, Nori.
I figured if I was going to rewrite something, I needed to make certain it was actually worth the trouble to rewrite it. And I wanted to make certain it had all the things that I thought were important that I have learned from streaming and whatnot. So, a good time.
Guys, this sounds like it's going to be great. If you're from my channel and you're not following Nori, do it right now. Do it.
Now, that being said... that being said, Miss Toasty Bats would like to know, Miss Toasty Bats says, let's break up the heavy for ya, and would like to know what's your favorite color.
Tangerine.
Isn't that just orange?
It's like a glowy orange, I feel like. More than an orange.
So my problem is
glowy.
I am I'm slight colorblind, so I can recognize major colors, but when you start getting into weird shades, it all looks the same to me.
Yeah, so orange.
Yeah, I'm like, isn't that orange?
Because I hate red and I hate yellow, but they make orange.
They make orange.
Beautiful.
Fascinating.
I know. So weird.
Tangerine. That's a fruit. It is not. It's a color. It's still a fruit.
It is, but it's more of it's a brighter orange than orange.
Let's see. Zodicus would like to know, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, my favorite ice cream flavor, Zodicus. I'm gonna say mint chocolate chip. But
well, you just warmed your way into his heart.
My absolute favorite is to go to Cold Stone Creamery and I get pistachio. And then pistachio, and then I mix it with coffee. And I have them do a brownie in it, and I have them cut that all up and put it together. It is so good. Pistachio, a scoop of pistachio, a scoop of coffee, and then a brownie. That is my absolute favorite, but it's not something I can get all the time. But mint chocolate chip is just, it's up there.
We have Take Care Collector, good luck drawing, and sleep well.
Sleep tight, Collector. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for your questions, friend.
I have to suggest that to Shale. We have a Cold Stone Creamer down the road, so we'll have to try that. She likes pistachio. I can't stand it.
Oh, I love pistachio from Cold Stone.
Miss Toasty Bats would like to know, what is your zodiac sign?
Ooh, I am a Capricorn. Well, yeah. I was born on the cusp, so Capricorn, Sagittarius, but I'm a Capricorn through and through.
Well,
I
Virgo.
have something in Leo, and that's why I'm so charismatic, people say. Something's in Leo. And they're like, that makes sense. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm gonna take it as a compliment, I think.
I would just take it and run with it.
Yeah.
My mama raised a quitter. I'm gonna take this one and run with it.
Nope. Your mama raised no quitter. I'm a quitter. I know when I'm outdone.
And yeah, I already answered that one. So that's fine. We are into unfortunately we are into like the home stretch here. Yeah, time disappears before you even realized it. I told you that's the way this works.
You did. You warned me about this. I was warned.
But as we are winding this down, we have still a couple more questions for you to answer. So you're not quite done. Okay. And then you also have the tradition of you have to select our person to go raid. So
ooh, okay.
There is that too. So
live while you're asking these questions.
Right. All right. Yeah. So the first one is generally the easiest one to answer, and that is so we are. I guess we're about midway through the year. Yeah, we're about midway through the year now. We still have the rest. There's still another 6 more months or so, 6-7 months left in 2024. Any big like events, anything important going on, anything that you want to shout about and tell people about and be like, hey, look, you've got to be here for that. It's going to be fun. Anything big and important coming up that we should be knowing about?
Okay, so this month I'm doing another charity event. I know I just finished one, but I'm taking a break this week, and then I'm going to start hard next week for the It Gets Better project, which we all know is a great project to help like teens and youths that are in situations where they can't truly be themselves, and that kind of sucks for them. So I will be fundraising for that the rest of this month. I've got some great incentives. And by incentives, I mean spooky games, because that's how my chat likes to torture me. And I'm going to give them what they want for the kids, okay? I'm going to do it.
Nice.
But other than that, I don't really have anything planned. I know in August, I'll be doing my 1-year affiliate anniversary. I've
congratulations.
Thank you. Coming up on a year at the end of this month, so I'm very excited about that. I think the 28th was my very first stream. So I'm super excited to be on this platform for a year. I don't think I'm going to do anything to celebrate that since the affiliate anniversary is so close. But I plan on doing a 666 follower event. Because look, okay, you guys may not know this because I kept it mild today, but I'm a goth mommy. Okay, like I'm a goth lady, so I like spooky, like Morning deadly Darkness. Things. Morning Darkness. Okay, add that to my list. I like spooky things, so I'm gonna be doing a 666 follower event. We'll see what day that lands on. We're approaching it faster than anticipated, so I gotta find some scary stuff to play. But yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything. I know that in October we plan on doing like a whole spooky weekend with some friends. But other than that, guys, if you're in Arizona, I'll be at MaricopaCon, which is a local board game event. A little board game event convention that we have, so I'll be there. If you guys are out there, I would love to meet you. But other than that, I mean, I'm like, I don't have anything going on other than, and then I just keep adding on to it.
This is like my asking you what our top 5 games are.
I know, guys. This is what it's like. This is what it's like all the time for them, and they keep coming back. Silly, foolish chatters.
It's just fine, I promise.
Yeah. But yeah, my birthday is in December, that's about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting news. We'll definitely have to tune in for some more of your charity streams. Those are always fantastic and fun.
For sure. I'll eat a
We're
bean
big
boozled.
around here about helping out charities and whatnot. Spicy Ramblers.
Yes, Lonnie, the thirst Lonnie has. It's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah, that's all I
There
got
you
going on.
go. Well, that's fantastic. It is still something worthwhile to look forward to. So that is excellent news.
Oh, at
All
the
right.
end of this month, I'm going to be doing a charity for trans life with some other
Mm-hmm.
Clock Tower streamers. We're putting together a big group of us to stream it to raise money for trans lives because trans lives matter and we should probably work harder to keep those people around because I will just say that I have many trans friends and my life is amazing having known them. So,
Excellent. Excellent.
Lonnie, tell me. Message it to me. DM me it right now.
Lonnie, she says, go ahead and crawl all up in her DMs. She's dying to know about it.
Lonnie, my DMs are open.
And your final question for the evening, other than who we're going to go raid,
Oh god, I didn't figure that out yet.
So you're coming up, and this actually works out well because you're coming up on your 1 year. So you've been 1 year on. We'll just say you've been 1 year on the platform now. If you had to go back and give a piece of advice to either somebody who's just getting started up streaming, or a early streamer version of you, something that you would have found useful to know getting into streaming and whatnot, like what would that piece of advice be?
Don't look at how many viewers you have. Don't play games that you don't want to. Have fun. Because whether there are 3 people in your room or 30, always bring the same energy. Like when I have low numbers, I don't care. I don't look at it. I don't even look at my stream survey, like the analytics that come. I don't even look at those anymore because it doesn't matter because I'm having a great time with my community and that's what I'm here for. So, just have fun. Don't play games you don't want to either. Like if it's a game that you like, okay, I say I don't want to play Mortuary Assistant, but I do a little bit, right? Just a little bit. So I offer it to them so we can suffer so I can suffer at their enjoyment, right? Like I want to give them something they want. But have fun with it and don't look at your numbers because that's not what matters. What matters is the community you're growing. I mean, at least for me, what matters is the community you're growing. So past Neen, don't worry about how many people are in your streams and play what you want to play because you're here for fun. And if you're not having fun, it's not worth it. Because this is supposed to be fun.
There you go.
That's my party wisdom. I don't have anything. We're both married spuds. I know we're both married spuds. Okay, who do we want to go? Oh,
Yeah.
there's so many.
Oh,
Oh, I've got so many
many.
friends. Okay, I'm not. There's so many friends I cannot take you to for reasons. But oh my god, everybody is streaming right now. The list just keeps going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually it works that way.
Chat, I have some great friends. And I need some help picking who we want to who you want to get to know. Right? I've got my friend that's playing Ghost of Tsushima. Great person. So we got him. I have the Scream Queen Neela Tequila who's playing Alien Isolation. It's a bit of it's a little rough in there sometimes, guys. It's some of the
It's
degen.
a lot
It's
of
a little
jump
rough.
scares. I've
Yeah. Oh,
I've
that
seen a number of
too.
people streaming it. Yep.
Got the Rastley Grandpa. Do you guys want to watch Sea of Stars? That looks cute. They are wonderful. The Real Rascal Grandpa. Or I've got one more friend that I saw. Oh, Forza Motorsport with Dewey. Does anybody have anything they want to do? We've got Durka, who's a little bit of a celebrity, actually. Neela Tequila, who is the Scream Queen. Could be a little rough in there. We've got the Real Rascally Grandpa. Sea of Stars, that looks cute. I've never heard of it. And then we've got Dewey with Forza. And a Sea of Stars is wonderful.
Sounds like
Okay,
Sea of
let's go.
Stars.
All right, I'm gonna
Just type their name in chat.
Oh, yeah. Let me.
Its art looks amazing.
It
Wow.
looks. I just see this little freaking on their. They just got this. It's cute. You
Retro
guys will see
inspired
it.
RPG. Oh, that's fantastic, right?
Oh, where'd it go? I want to make sure I copy it right so I don't mess it up. The real Rascal
fine,
Grandpa
squirrel.
is actually how I met all of my my DGen friends. But they're
Wow.
wonderful in there. They are. I love them. I love Grandpa. They're so good.
There we go. Let me make certain
Chrono
that
Trigger.
I copied this,
That's
right?
one of my husband's favorite games.
Oh, it's such a good
Chrono
game
Trigger.
too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to play
I
that.
sleep on it. Don't. Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh,
I'll try,
that was not.
maybe.
That was not.
Now
Okay.
that I have a capture card, I can kind of hang with the big guys and play some games, right? Like, I'm
Right,
gonna bring you
right.
guys Odin Sphere, and you guys are gonna love it.
There you go. All right.
Swifty, thanks so much for the rec. I had a great time.
She was sad, like everybody is, when it's like, oh, and it's now time for this fun to end.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. There's
all
always
over.
time to have more fun later.
For sure.
It has been
Thanks for stopping in.
absolutely delightful and fantastic to have you here with us this evening,
I've had a
afternoon.
great time.
It's been amazing. I am going to speak for myself, but I'm certain I speak for a lot of people around here. You are absolutely fantastic. It has been an absolute delight and a pleasure. And thank you for taking just a short bit of your time out this evening to spend with us so we can get to learn all there is to know about Neen. You've been fantastic and amazing. I am going to hit.
I had a great host, so it was.
I do what I can. The chat does most of the work for me. I will say that. I make it easy for me. I don't come up with the questions; they do it for me. It's been
Chats are great.
fantastic. Oh yes, they're always great. They're fantastic. They're amazing. So, all right, I'm going to hit the end screen, and I will deafen myself and then hit the end screen. So just hang tight.
Okay.
And then, yeah, once again, thank you for everybody, your time and energy this evening. It has been fantastic.
Thank you,
I look
everybody.
forward to catching you on the next one of your streams. Oh, right, before I forget, we have started up a new tradition around here. Ha ha ha. We love new traditions. No. So we do like normal, like we have our own shout out system, right? Because we obviously use let's spell this right. Yeah. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we have the shout outs from Firebot that we use, but we don't use the Twitch shout outs. And so we're gonna hit this real quick. There's a little heart up in the top there. If that thing isn't lit up, come on guys, you're doing this wrong. That should be already lit up. You should be dying, notifications turned on, and ready to hit the next Om Nom Zob and Babe stream. You don't want to miss a minute. This has been absolutely a fantastic evening, a fantastic experience, and another one for my books that I'm just been like, yes, I got to talk to this amazing superstar of a streamer before they blew it up big, because we already know she's going to blow it up big. So,
Oh, thank you, Nori.
going to be impressive as always. But thank you. Maybe in a year we'll come back and we'll do this again. We'll see how things look like after a year.
Yeah, a year in review.
Yeah, there you go. Might be something worthwhile to look into. Talk Tuesday, a year in review.
Yeah.
Such a good time. All right, we're gonna hit the end screen. We're gonna go raid out the Real Rascally Grandpa. That's a fantastic name.
Oh, they're wonderful. I love them.
Thank you again. And like that, just like that, we are out for the evening. You guys have been fantastic, amazing, wonderful, an absolute real treat. We're going to go say hi to the real rascally grandpa, as that is what Neen has selected for us to go and say hi to. When you get over there, make certain you let him know about all of the fantastic lore that we have learned about Om Nom Zombabe, aka Neen, this fantastic, lovely little beauty queen. She is going to keep us going for the rest of this week, and I look forward to seeing you guys all next week when we have our next guest. That's right. Up next week is the one and only young Miss Ali Soros. So it's going to be a good time. I am looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. We're going to have a good time. But as always, make certain you drop a follow. Go check out some of Miss Om Nom Zombabe's content. You will not be sorry for missing out on any of that. You will be sorry if you miss out on any of it. But there you go. Lovely little music. I love this ditty. I love ditty music. It's so much fun. There we go. That's what we're going to raid. First raid message is for all of you lovely subscribers out there. The second one's for all you lovely followers. Whichever one you can use, grab it, copy it. Get ready to spam it when we get over there. Let's let them know where we came from. We'll tell them all about Talk Tuesday and all about the fantastic Om Nom Zombabe who we had on tonight. And until next time, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people that I already know you are. And until next time, well, you know how this goes. Bye for now.